Hey everybody, welcome to the POS Podcast. We're here today after a couple weeks. We're actually on a good schedule now, so we haven't had a long hiatus. But we did go to a con, all of us here. We went to Momocon, so we'll probably talk about that first. Since we all just kind of only just got back from it a few days ago.
A week ago.
Yeah, about a week ago.
A week ago.
So, yeah. So, how did you guys enjoy the convention?
It was fantastic. It was absolutely marvelous. The food was delectable. The company was outstanding and ravishing. The whale sharks were magnificent. It was just absolutely great. I got tail whipped by a whale shark, chat. It was amazing. Yeah. It was absolutely amazing. It felt like sandpaper slicking my face. It was still great. We got to hang. It was a big crossover.
We all got there early. Let's talk about start to finish. So you guys got there on Wednesday, correct?
Yeah, Jax, you got there before us, right?
Yeah, I got there an hour before y'all, and then I had to upload a YouTube video. Then you showed up. Then we all watched. We were we went to eat, and then we went back up because literally the food court was right downstairs from our room. The hotel, they had hooked us up with a pretty awesome room because it was literally right next to the food court. So whenever we wanted food, we would just get it and just go back up to our room. And then
that was very easy.
Yeah, it was so awesome. We got some food. Then we went to go see some End Games because Hero had to catch up on it, and that was fun. We watched that. And then we went home to our room, and then we watched various videos on YouTube like we usually do. And then I'm surprised a lot of people did not know what saddle rash is because it's
in fact no one, not even
I know, really no one.
Jim and Nolan came to our room and Jax brought up saddle rash and only Jim knew about it.
What? No, Jim didn't even know.
He didn't?
Yeah, Jim didn't know about it.
Okay.
And then Jim told, and then I brought it up to Pan. Pan didn't know. Saber didn't know. Y'all didn't know. I'm just how does no one remember saddle rash? And it was just this fun. And then this one guy.
It was like this Adult Swim pilot.
Yeah, this Adult Swim pilot that no one remembers with this armless cowboy. And so I'm commissioning someone to make me one of those Paleo Saber avatars, and I'm going to do a cartoon review of Saddle Rash, the cartoon pilot that not many people know about. I'll do the thing where I shrug forward. It was pretty lame, but I think it was pretty cool. So I'm going to talk to you today about it. So let's get it, something like that. Whatever. That was fun. The next day, Saber came. When Paleo came, and
before Saber and Laura got there, we all went to the Coke Museum.
Yeah, we got all coked up.
Yeah.
you really like that part, don't you?
Yeah, well, dude, that's what fun. We were hyper. We hugged a fucking bear.
Yeah. Oh yeah, apparently that bear was actually from the Jim Henson Company.
For a second, I thought you said that bear was actually real.
That's what I thought you were about to say as well.
That bear was actually
real. What y'all think about the different Coke products and the different countries?
Europe's Coke products are not good. Is what I thought.
The Asian ones were good.
Right, Africa was killing it. I was like, yo, Africa?
Surge was good. But they didn't have fucking Ecta Cooler. It's a Coke factory and they don't have Ecta Cooler. It's just right there. Have Ecta Cooler. And I was just that was sad. Oh, and they had this big vault that was a Krabby Patty formula.
They took us in where it's don't touch it. And we're why do you have it there?
Don't cross this line or else an alarm will go off.
Exactly.
I wonder if they do that to tempt people because I doubt they actually have it there.
Have it in
there. Dude, I really wanted to touch it. I really wanted
I doubt they actually have the formula behind that. That
was gonna low key booty tap Nesca do the bump boost into her and see if she'll fall into it just because I want to see if it would go off. Oh no, it was an accident. Oh god, but yeah, that was fun. And then there was this whole thing. There was this whole magnificent video where they show you this is my life on Coca-Cola, and it's the most magnificent life I've ever lived. It's just
we went to this theater and they just showed us this like short film of like these different lives,
Video.
and it's like this has nothing to do with Coca-Cola.
It has nothing to do with Coca-Cola. It's people drinking.
It's just people drinking it.
It's people drinking Coca-Cola, acting like fucking Black Griffin. That's what it was. It's just.
Well, they're all like super happy and healthy, and it's just I don't know. I kind of get like creepy vibes from that shit. Cause like where was it? I can't recall where it was. There's some corporate shit that happened recently where it was a screening of like Coke products, and I'm like, I hate this. I hate it. Cause like there's I don't know. There's a bunch of supermodels drink Coke. And it's like I bet these kids don't even touch that shit outside of the commercial.
Yeah.
Because don't get me wrong, I like Coke, but like it's soda across the board. Just terrible for you. Once you wake up from that, you're like, yeah, it's pretty bad. Like
I just hate like grinding your teeth after you drink a dark soda. It's just like, yeah, it feels awful.
Yep, that's why water is SS class. So yeah. So anyways, after we got back from there, that was pretty fun. Then all of us went.
We met up with Saber and Laura,
and Katie.
Yeah, and Katie and her boyfriend. And
Zach.
Then, and then we all went to the aquarium where Hero went to go do rhythm game stuff.
Video games.
Because the con had opened at that point.
By this time, I was running off of 2 hours of sleep.
Why though? Because
I had to get my video out. Had to get my video out before I left.
It's like it's literally my job.
Just from my point of view, like I went from basically Hawaii, landed, had 2 days, and then to do a video, which is half the amount of time I usually have, and then take off to go down to Atlanta for an event that was scheduled. So,
okay. See, I thought you had given your video to your editor, so I didn't know that. So okay.
Well, that was hard because both of them were at the convention.
Damn.
Which is funny because I was telling Lauren, I'm like, yeah, I would have done that, but like Salty and Cosmo are both at the convention, which is great. I got to see them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it all worked out. It was just that it's funny because when I got there, I was like, come on, adrenaline, kick in, which it did. Got super excited about the whale sharks.
Mm-hmm.
That was a very fun event.
Yeah. Didn't one poop in front of you? Was that you or was that Zach?
There's a manta ray that pooped in front of somebody in front of me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. There was one of them like just took a big splat and just went. It was nasty.
Yeah, they get like incredibly close, like inches away when they're under you, swimming by. They're surprisingly pretty aware of
quiet.
Yeah, they're surprisingly pretty like aware of how big they are. Because they had it to where we were moving as a school where we're in pairs, going in a figure 8 around the tank, so we don't like bother the other animals. So it seems like we're other also fish
creatures
going around the tank.
So because we all swam out various things, like we get off by the real sharks at the bottom. Oh, but like well, I felt bad because like Paleo. I was teamed up with Paleo, and I thought Paleo, like, he understands everything, so he's fine, whatever. And so, like, when we were swimming next to each other, like, I was going off this way, and then Paleo, like, was tapping me like this. I was like, oh, he wants me to get away from him because something like that. So I start swimming away from him. But then later on, he's like, no, I was needing you to be near me or something like that.
Yeah.
What? I thought you were a master of this. Just like, that was fun. The wetsuit. The last 10 minutes of that shit was hell though, because like I had to pee really bad, and I was just like, I am not gonna pee in the water with all these fucking things.
Yeah,
and
about halfway through, like I had some like water in my mask, so I was like trying to like blow it out, and like
was that you couldn't do the thing?
Yeah, I was trying to do it, but it was like so difficult since you have to wear these
the
like,
life vest.
The flotation devices on top of the wetsuit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was kind of hard to like get to that position so I could do that. Which I did eventually do it.
It was fun.
It was also very disorienting. Like,
yeah.
How so? Because everyone kept saying that, but I was like, I it just never hit me.
Could have been my vision maybe, but like just I guess the way my head was aiming upwards like a Superman pose, and then just looking all over the place, and also I was sleep deprived, so that could be something too.
Oh, okay.
But I was tired, and then I'm just looking around, and the goggles also fogging up, but like I got a pretty bad headache at the end, which is this isn't a normal environment to be in. But that all being said, the joy of being near these massive creatures just overwhelmed that feeling. It was like, I don't care. I'm going to stay in here. I want to see these creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we went back home. I think we went out to Ted's place, right? Right after that. We got bison burgers.
Yeah, we did.
So.
We did.
Yeah, so we went and got bison burgers. That was fun. Rob Bob joined us, an old friend. And
Kelly, you were at our table, right? Like, it was you, me, Rob, and Laura, right?
Yeah, it was.
That's right.
Yeah, because Hero, me, and we're sitting with Katie and Zach. So
we had a really weird waitress.
Like, we did.
Yeah, she was a bit odd.
She was off, and she like. There's this weird part where she was like, "It's like here's your chili." I ordered a little bowl of chili, but then she brought me like a larger bowl afterwards because she's like, "It's a sample." And I'm like, "Wait, okay, whatever." She tried her best. Thank you for the meal though, Jack. So it's nice of you to pay for it.
Oh yeah, I was like,
"Don't tell him."
I was like, "Don't tell him." I was just like, "Let's just go." So like, I had to, but it was funny. But like that waitress, it was fun because me and Hero were talking to Katie and Zach about various stuff, and then she comes up to the table and she's like, "All right, now you guys have a great night, but be careful out there." All right, I've seen some shit, and she basically gave us like this horror story of like, don't go out past a certain time and don't do this or that, and it was just weird. Like, Hero, you remember
don't
that,
worry,
right?
we've been to Baltimore.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
I mean, she's not wrong though.
Yeah.
I think about scared about Atlanta.
Yes.
Yeah. It's an awkward silence. Yeah. Okay.
Can you guys not hear me?
No.
Yeah. What's the scary thing about Atlanta?
It's one of the most popular human trafficking locations in America.
Oh.
So yeah, it's not fun. On that happy note, though, con was fun.
Yeah, con was fun.
We
After
did
that was pretty much BronyCon 2.0. Just like we did the same thing we usually do: go down to vendor hall, go to panels, eat tasty food, got pizza, hang with a bunch of friends, watch old cringe videos of all of us, and it was just fun.
Yeah, we did a bunch of panels. Some of them are online on the Momocon channel on YouTube. Like Jax's podcast panel is on there. Saber's How to YouTube panel is. Our Toon Clash panel and our Adventure Time panel are both on there. Some of them weren't recorded because they were in rooms that didn't have cameras.
You know what's weird about those panels is like, how come you can barely hear the audience? Because like when I film
there's no mic for the audience. It's like direct feed from the microphones on the stand, not from anything on the audience. Yeah.
Okay then. Yeah, because like I remember I was filming my video. Like, oh yeah, I can hear everything. Can't hear.
Yeah, because like with the camera, like it has like a
wide thing.
It gets like all of the audio. Where on the stream, it's just getting the audio from picking up from the mics on the stand there.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Well, it was a fun con. The last day we watched nostalgic cartoons. And I had a panic attack on the Ferris wheel, which was fun. But yeah, that was it wasn't bad. But like we were going up, and the thing started wobbling back and forth. I was like, Paleo, is this supposed to do this? And then Nesca held my hand, and Pam's just take a video. And then Hero, forget what Hero did. Hero went to like reach for something. I'm like, Hero, what the fuck are you doing? And it's just like,
dude, you would hate this one Ferris wheel that's at Disneyland, because the carts, there's some of them that are designed to roll.
Oh my god.
I actually did that with Laura. I was surprised I did it. I was brave that day at Disneyland. I did the roller coaster as well. But what happens is you go... What's up?
The roller coaster? There was only one?
Well, the big one. I'm sorry.
The big...
The California Screamer, which is like...
okay. That's a fun one, though. I love that coaster.
It is fun. I'm trying to be better about going coasters, but I'm just working my way up.
Okay.
The Ferris wheel, though, like, you go up, and there's these bars that make it to where when you go up the top, it slides down, and then, it like rocks you back and forth. It's really wild. Like, yeah, if you don't like the Atlanta Ferris wheel, then never go on that one.
Yeah, never. Because I can do roller coaster. I can literally do any roller coaster at all, because it's just like up, down, up, round, and whatever. Like, because I'm just in a place and I'm constantly moving. But if I'm in a place where I'm like stuck, and then I see like I'm stuck and I'm like just holding there. Like for instance, I don't mind those drop things where you go up and then you drop and then you
drop zones are a nightmare.
For me, I used to be terrified of them, but then my friend tricked me into going onto one, and I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck?" And then like I guess I loved it because of all the anxiety. I don't know, all the adrenaline was pumping through me, and so I fell in love with it. And I was like, "Let's do this."
But a Ferris wheel?
And then, not on the Ferris wheel, on the drop.
I know, but a Ferris wheel is what gets you when a drop.
Well, yeah, a Ferris wheel gets me because like it's stuck, and then I see like the wobbling, and I was just like, "What if this thing just fucking just fell, and I don't know how to get out of this? I can't save myself, whatever." Drop zone's like, okay, well, at least it's. I know I'm supposed to drop. I know I'm supposed to do it. Like, this is just unexpected. Just, like, it just that's why I was.
I can do any roller coaster just fine. I can do Ferris wheels just fine. I cannot, however, do drop zones. Drop zones are just, oh my god, just the feeling it has in your like gut.
Your guts. It's like your guts and your legs.
I mean, like the Tower of Terror.
Yeah, even the Tower of Terror, which is like the wimpiest drop zone, I hate it. I'm just like, there's no kitty cat. Ow! Holy shit.
Did she scratch you?
Yeah, on accident, but she sure did.
Oh, sorry, dude.
That's fine.
Do you have a mouth cut right now?
No, she jumped in my lap. Anyway, but yeah, I have zero fun with drop zones. It is just like pure terror. Like, I'm dying, and I don't like them. I don't like them at all. Put me on any roller coaster, I'll be a happy boy.
Mm-hmm.
Drop zones are no go.
I think I think for me it's just because I was very much like you and DeSaber, where as a kid I was terrified of like certain roller coasters. So I can't fucking do this. I can't do this. But then once I got on top of like on the thing and I was just like doing it, it just that was actually fun. Like for me personally, I think it just varies because it really depends. Yeah, but it's fun, different things.
Yeah.
But I hate the ones that go super fast that have like low stuff, because we rode that roller coaster in EQLA and I kept feeling like I had to duck. Like,
I hate those. That's not even like, yeah, that's not even like fun scary. That's just like, yo, y'all getting a little too close. Like, I don't like it no more.
It's like that Dexter episode. This is the best day of my entire life. I remember the first time I saw that episode as like a little kid. My dad, like, no, all seriousness, just like, well, he's dead, and then he just walked in the room and he just let me laugh.
All right. Anything else from Momocon? I know that Ryan Walterson in the chat here, he gave us some presents to give.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. I got her right here. She's right next to Jason.
Yeah, because originally, Jax had the Mabel plush, which was actually meant for Cosmo. I
was confused. I was like,
I mean, confirm that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we did confirm it.
Yeah.
Because I was always weird. I was like, I mean, I like Gravity Falls. I really do, but it was random. Saw Cosmo had that, and I had known Cosmo really does love Gravity Falls. I was like, this is common knowledge right here. Okay.
Fluttershy, and you're like, okay.
Okay, give me my girl. All right, come on now.
I got kitty cat. What you? Okay. I got my Mr. Auditon right there. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Auditon.
This is really hard to do. It's like backwards. Yeah, there he is. I can't go further than that.
Toothless and Retzko.
Yes.
Season 2, June 14th.
All right. Anything else from the con?
Nothing really.
Jack,
you met Charles Martinet, didn't you?
Murray. Charles
Martinet.
Yeah, we went to his panel. That was
he
fun.
cursed, and it was really weird to hear Mario curse.
Yeah, because
he was
like, that pissed me off. I was like, what?
Yeah, because like his whole story about how he got into acting is that like he went to this audition, and he was like, oh yeah, I knew I was the best, and he went to go see the board for like who got the parts, and he wasn't like on any of the people that got the parts, and he's like, but I was the best, and he's like, so I got into acting because that pissed me off.
Oh, like that's weird.
Mm.
Jax's panel was my favorite. I'm not just doing that to. I don't know. It's just fun.
Aw, thank you.
Panel.
You would have loved our talk today then, because we were talking about his stepbrother banging his stepsister. It was funny.
God.
But yeah, because
Why would I love that specifically?
because you would know. But anyways, yeah, that panel, the Weird Flex But Okay podcast panel, I think that was like super fun too, because it was literally just me and Katie when we do our thing. Like we always just bounce off each other and it's just random. But like this time we had an audience. And it's just like, oh yeah, let's figure out like what would you do? Like that is a great power, but let's like talk about it. So then we would like flip stuff back, and it was fun. And then I love how like most of our panels turn into pony panels. Like eventually, it's just like
It just accidentally happens.
So why would Starlight beat Sunset's ass or some shit? I don't know. Just like
Yeah,
Starlight,
the pony panel we did, or like our brony still a thing. That was really
fun.
Yeah,
that was super fun. That girl glomped me. That was
yeah.
fun.
Oh, God,
We'll have to do a panel like that next year too. And
Yeah,
I
so
really enjoyed the Adventure Time panel that we did. I was surprised like how many people showed up to that.
Yeah, it was also like the end of the con too, so it was like
Yeah.
literally panel. That's good. Old people.
All right, so yeah, we'll probably try going next year too, because Momocon's a lot of fun.
And because Animatement's dead.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get Black Griffin and AC Race Best.
Yeah, we got to get him next time.
so we can have the main six for original all together. Because we've got Applejack and Fluttershy and Twilight Sparkle and
All right.
whatever's Rarity on the side there. Yeah.
So I guess we can go into some topics. Before we do, you can ask us questions. Our Twitter handles are right there, or if you want to use a super chat to support the channel, that would be very much appreciated. We already got some, but we'll answer them at the Q&A section of the podcast. So let's get started first with a movie, not the movie that we're going to bring in somebody else for, but a different movie. Aladdin. It came out during Momocon.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I saw it.
We didn't watch that thing I sent you?
Not yet.
We actually saw a bit of the Friend Like Me when we were at when we were at Momocon. That whole sequence, that's the best part of the movie. Like
That's
the best it gets.
The worst.
Because everything else is like Jafar really freaking sucks. In the movie.
Really? Like his acting?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Pele, I'm curious because like, did you watch the Double Toaster review of it?
No, I haven't watched the Double Toaster review yet.
Okay, because they both liked it, sorta.
Really?
So
I did not at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering that, so I was like, oh, okay. Like they had problems with
Yeah,
it.
and they were like trying to fix Jasmine, like they're trying to make Jasmine into like this strong independent woman, even though she was in the original. Like you know that whole scene where like she jumps over the buildings, like she does it before Aladdin does. In this, like she's scared of doing it, and I'm like, why did you take that out?
So they could give her that stupid song later, right?
Yeah, because they gave Jasmine a couple of songs, but they're not that great. They're not as memorable as all the other stuff.
They gave her new ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard there were new songs in this movie.
Oh gosh, there are gonna be new songs in Lion King.
And also Genie has a love interest, and that's so weird.
Good.
Oh yeah, you know the whole part of Aladdin where Aladdin frees Genie as his last wish. Apparently, freeing the Genie gets rid of all of his powers, so he just becomes human.
Well, that's why they can't do a sequel then.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. Oh yeah.
good.
That's good.
Can I help you?
She is just licking your chin.
Good on you.
Oh my god. I'm trying
She wants to say
podcast.
something. She wants to say her opinion on Aladdin. That she watched the trailer on the TV. On the PC.
Yeah, but Aladdin, it was. I didn't like it at all.
What's the best Disney live action movie? Is it Maleficent?
Peach Dragon.
Remember that Jungle Book movie in
Peach
the
Dragon,
90s
okay.
where the guy, like, that guy died in the, like, quicksand? Remember that Jungle Book movie where it was like, yeah, that was a good live action Disney movie.
Yeah.
You remember that live action Pinocchio where the guy turned into a whale?
Yeah, that wasn't Disney though.
Pinocchio is public domain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
Well,
Yeah,
pretty much every like fairy tale is public domain. So
That's why they call it Disney Snow White.
Yeah.
Remember the Huntsman and the
Snow White and the Huntsman.
Seven White-
Guys,
Yes.
keep talking. I got Lammy's making faces at me. I gotta put him outside before he pees on the floor. I'll be right back.
Making faces.
Sorry, he's getting older. His bladder's. Come on, come on.
All right.
Hurry up!
So yeah, Aladdin. I didn't like it.
Mhm.
Which is weird because like it has like a high audience score right now, which baffles me. I don't know if it's just because of the songs or whatever, but the songs are just inferior versions of the original.
Nostalgia
anyway.
is a powerful drug, Paleo.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Exactly why people shouldn't like this movie.
I'm just saying, like, there's some people, like, for instance, I hate to admit this, like, it's just like there's certain things that I look at and I'm like, oh yeah, that makes me feel this sort of way, and then they go in and it gives them that little boost of nostalgia. So it's just, I think that's all it is. And then they come home and they watch the cartoon and they're like, oh, I like that better. But like, you know, like I hate to be that guy, like, you know, they're the normies who like
Yeah.
just, I just like
boy,
the
stop,
Disney.
stop.
You know what I mean? Though they're the people who just like, oh, that's a live action version or the serious version, and then they go and watch it, and they go, oh yeah, now I can go watch the kid version with my kid or something like that. And then there are people who look at it differently. So I think that's pretty much all that's helping right now is just the fact that, you know, nostalgia is a powerful drug. Very potent.
The more I live, the more I'm like, I hate that word actually. Normies. It sounds so.
The normies, the mainstream people. Ugh.
It's like, oh, you're so cool because you're not like everyone else, even though you probably played World of Warcraft and use Spotify. Use Spotify.
I use that.
Basic.
There you go.
But do you listen to
it's-
normie music using Spotify?
Absolutely!
Yeah.
Put on Rihanna, I don't give a shit.
God,
Pop is catchy, I like it.
let the body sit the floor.
That was Normie in high school, don't even.
That was that is literally unironically my favorite song of all time. Like unironically my favorite song of all time. I'm not memeing.
All right. I guess
it time
next
for the
we
big
can talk about Godzilla.
Okay.
time for the
Let me
big
see
boy.
if Tom's there so he can join.
Summon him.
Do you want me to leave so that it has an even split still?
No, I'm gonna use icons.
Okay.
When he joins.
Is he joining?
I'm
Messaging
texting him right now.
Summoning him. Yumo goi goi fighty sao. Yumo goi goi fighty sao. Tommy Oliver, we summon you to us. Bring forth your brony hat. Your elf hat that you used to wear.
Brony hat. Oh my god.
His elf hat. No, his
That
brony hat was a
hat.
fedora. His elf hat. He's now removed the hat from his body. I summon you from the
That's amazing.
grave to talk about the god of Zilla. The kaiju monstrosities.
All right, he says, yeah. Let me add him here.
The kaiju monstrosities that come upon this plane, I bring forth Tommy.
Oliver.
Here. He is now one
What?
and only
Wow.
Tommy
Yeah.
Oliver.
What's
Here
up?
he is. He is risen.
I'm live. Rise from my grave.
He has come from the graves of Godzilla.
Like Rodin himself, I'm emerging from a volcano, ready to fucking wreck train.
How are you?
Good. Welcome back, Tommy.
It's good to be
Giving him an
here,
awesome
dude.
entrance.
I don't know a thing about Godzilla. So I'm gonna let you
That's
do
your first
thing.
mistake, my friend. You got to get on that.
Yeah, man.
We're taking
dude.
Saber to school. You can come along for the ride.
Yeah,
I know,
seriously.
I know that in the trailer, Mothra looked pretty.
Oh, you and
Hey.
5 billion other
She's my
people on
queen.
the planet.
Oh, is that the one that people like to sexify or whatever?
They sexify
I don't know,
every kaiju.
I just saw the character. That's the one that like did this in the trailer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that looks good.
Mhm.
But you know the one that did this? in
Oh
the-
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that looks good. I don't know what Mothra actually looks like. That's all I got.
Like a moth. Well,
Mothra's the bird. That's why they call it Mothra. Yeah.
That reminds me when I made that.
Telling you the truth, and I wouldn't even know.
When I made that joke tweet about saying like I just learned Mothra's not a moth, somebody said, "Oh yeah, she's a peacock butterfly." I was like, "Wait, are you serious?"
See, I don't know who's joking now, right?
I'm back.
Hey, we got Tom here. We're going to talk about Godzilla.
You missed the epic entrance I gave him.
What was the entrance?
I was playing his theme song.
Nice.
Dun 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 dun. There's for Tommy. He has to just roar. Yeah. Perfect. All right. There we go.
So, you guys are the Godzilla experts, not me.
For the record, I'm not an expert at all.
I didn't call you one.
Okay, because Jackson and Tommy know their shit. You guys plural. All right, go ahead. I want to hear what. Just Tom, open it up, man. You do this better than anybody else.
All right. Well, Jesus Christ, where do we even start? This movie is like a fucking long time coming, right? I've been a Godzilla fan since I was 5 years old, back in the day, barely out of the fucking crib watching Godzilla movies. And when they announced back in fucking 1990 ancient that there was going to be a Godzilla movie coming out in US theaters, I was super stoked, being a little fucking first grader, like, oh my god, it's gonna be Godzilla on the big screen. And Godzilla 98 dropped. It was the worst thing ever made by humans, and it was the biggest disappointment of my young life. And that was when my childhood innocence died, and I realized things could be bad.
Are you for real? It actually was a moment where it became clear to you that life can be difficult and disappointing.
Dude, it was like a huge, the amount of excitement going into it. Like, I remember, like, this is before the internet or everything, so like we didn't know what Godzilla was going to look like. If you remember, like, the advertising for that movie, they just showed like his foot and shit.
Like,
and
he's crushing a T-Rex. It was his foot crushing a T-Rex.
You never saw the monster. And then I remember at one point, like they did like the Scholastic Book Club, and like they had a tiny little picture of a book for Godzilla, and it had the face. I'm like, that's what it looks like. And I was super fucking hyped. I'm like, this is going to be crazy. It looks crazy. And it was the worst thing ever. You don't kill Godzilla with 6 missiles when he's trapped on a fucking bridge. He knocks over the bridge, he tanks the missiles, and none of that shit works. The one trope in every Godzilla movie, the jets do fucking dick. They kill him with the jets.
Yes.
Ah! It was terrible. It was everything that could possibly be wrong, they did wrong. So that was a huge fucking fail. Then Godzilla 2014.
You have to appreciate in Final Wars that Godzilla destroyed the American Godzilla. The Zilla, yeah.
That was like the Godzilla 98 was when like my childhood died, and I was like, oh god, things could be bad. Godzilla Final Wars when my childhood was revived. I'm like, things can be good.
That's when the Godzilla series came out, though, because that was a pretty boss series.
Dude, the cartoon was the best thing that came out in 98. If people slept on that, it was fucking awesome. It was like it made everything that was bad about that good. But then Godzilla 2014, where we fast forward to that, and it's like, okay, it looks like Godzilla. There's gonna be fights. He's not gonna die from a fucking jet. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for. Gareth Edwards, he did a monster movie. Running away from the fights that you're there for, and then fucking Kick-Ass is running around the bomb disposal man who doesn't dispose of a single bomb, so he's totally useless. And you're just like, this is the most boring bullshit ever. And you have these generic fucking Budo monsters that suck, and like half the movies focus on them and nobody cares, and they're playing it like Cloverfield, like, what does Godzilla look like? I'm like, I know what Godzilla looks like. I've been watching these movies.
You want to hear something insulting? By the way, I looked into this video yesterday, and it was expanding on the lore of like the Mudo. Apparently that species hunted Godzilla species back in the day, which exactly. That's kind of bullshit. I feel like Godzilla species would have ran a fucking gauntlet.
Fucking god. I don't even. I'm not even going to dignify that with comment. So we're 0 for 2 at this point, and I'm losing faith. I'm like, I mean, there was a whole YouTube deleted it, but me, the night the movie came out, I went on like a 30-minute rant and uploaded it on YouTube, and it was like visceral. There's I don't fanboy out too much But that was like such a fucking blow, you know, because I was like, all right, we've learned from our mistakes. And it was better than the last attempt, but not even close. Not even close. I'm just like, oh my God, please, just like, why is this nuclear flame so fucking piss poor and weak? And it's like this little tiny like piss stream that comes out of his mouth, basically. It does like nothing. God, it sucked ass. It was the worst. So 0 out of 10. It's fucking terrible. Because like the moment I knew the movie died is like the whole first half of the movie in 2014. They're building up like, what does Godzilla look like? Here's his foot. He's stomping on things. And then they do this awesome fucking sick panning shot. I think they're in Hawaii or something at this point, and like slowly pans up. You see the entire fucking creature, and then he roars, and the other monster's there. I'm like, all right, here we go. We're at just the right part. These movies follow a structure. There's a small fight in the beginning, then the big one at the end. We're at the small fight. Let's do it. And then they cut away, and I'm like, you son of a bitch! And then they like grab your balls and twist them because they show the fight on a tiny little TV screen as they're panning. Because we gotta know what Kick-Ass's wife is doing right now. Like, I don't give a shit. Go back to that!
Yeah, Kick-Ass's wife? That was Scarlet Witch! Yeah, it was Scarlet Witch.
Kick-Ass was also Quicksilver, so like that was a bit of a...
Godzilla's radiation gave them mutant powers. Anyways, so fucking... This movie's a travesty. And so... Godzilla King of the Monsters. And I'm like, I don't know. I want to be excited, but the last one, like I'm not super hyped, and then the first trailer drops, and it's fucking good. I'm like, oh man, I don't want to get too excited, but then the second trailer comes and it's like, oh, the fucking monsters are there, and it's like they're just showcasing all the creature designs, and Ghidorah looks fucking amazing, and there's Mothra, and there's not gay Mutos, it's like real shit, and they're animating and moving in ways that I could never fucking imagine before because they're not rubber suits. I'm like, oh god, I don't want to get too overly excited, but they're tickling my balls in just the right way. Fuck. And so it all culminates when you go see the fucking movie. So me and my dad, we've been watching these movies for years. We go sit down, and I'm already super excited because, like, as much as I wanted to do the Jack's Blade method and be like, I'm not going to watch anything, like, you can't keep throwing all this gold in front of me and be like, you're not going to watch this. You're not going to watch this, are you? I'm like, of course I am. Of course I'm going to listen to the fucking Godzilla theme remastered by Bear McCree the day before the movie comes out. You can't throw that at me and tell me not to listen to it. So I'm already like, okay, I didn't want to get hype, but I can't help it. I'm fucking ready. I'm ready to have my soul crushed again, but it's fine because the trailers were better than the movie from 2014. So we're already a step up. Even if this movie sucks, I'll just go back and I'll buy the trailer on Blu-ray. Fuck it. It's fine. And it starts. And right from the beginning, we're getting into the monsters, and they look fucking incredible. Ghidorah looks amazing. Even Larva Mothra is not like this pansy's friend of humans. She like straight up murders a bunch of people right in the beginning. I'm like, yeah, all right, we're good. This is sick. And then Godzilla shows up and they have a huge throwdown right in the beginning. And I'm like, oh my god, this is everything I ever wanted. Fucking Ghidorah's moving around and slithering like this fucking crazy snake, and each of the heads have a different personality. They're like interacting, and like the main head is like the alpha head and telling the other ones to fuck off. And like Godzilla shows up and he's like shaking his tail like a rattlesnake to like threaten him. And then they're like, it's so fucking good. There's so much detail. Like there's like close-ups of these faces that you never see in the other movies because you can't do that. You get too close to the fucking rubber suits and it looks retarded, but it looks great here. It's so fucking good. And I'm like, I came into this movie having a bunch of energy drinks, so I was a little kind of fucked up already, but I was just shaking and like shivering the entire time I'm watching this film. And like an hour in, I just start crying in the theater because it's everything my 11-year-old self ever fucking wanted. It was so fucking good. Oh my god, the nuclear pulse at the end when he fucking vaporizes Ghidorah's wings and eats his head. Holy fucking shit! It was the best thing in the goddamn world!
Yeah, I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
It was everything I ever needed.
Fuck.
Well, spoilers, I'm going to say it. So what do you think about Ghidorah's head surviving at the end with like what do you think it's going to lead to?
I think what they probably wanted to give themselves a way to like fucking destroy Ghidorah and like make him just like get totally owned in the end, but have a way to bring him back later because he's like the fucking Joker of Godzilla, right? Like he's always comes back no matter fucking what. They can't just kill him, so they'll probably have this head regenerate. Maybe they'll have fucking Tywin Lannister find the fucking Orca or something and remake it so they can control this Ghidorah and use it to like go do eco-terrorist shit. I don't fucking know. It's fine. I don't care what they do. But then in Godzilla 90s, they had people come from the future and have 3 Dorats and fuse them together to make a door. They can do whatever the fuck they want. It's fine.
So true.
So I'm with you where like this is such a cool film to get in the movie and when you're in the movie showing, because like when Godzilla first approached out of the ice, and you get that shot of like where it pans up and you see his body and you just see how stacked and fucking juiced he is, and he almost has this look of like, oh, this fucker when he sees Ghidorah.
This bitch again.
I got straight up goosebumps. I was like, holy shit, this is it. Like this is the coolest like big budgeted like monster throwdown. And I know that the way the people have been talking about the movie, that we're going to see a fight to follow this shit. No cutaway to the TV.
Right.
That's
Oh my God.
what happens.
At that point, I was really fucking happy that I had spoiled myself, because if I had gone in completely like not ready, not knowing anything was going to happen, and they did that panning shot and they played the classic theme, I would have started sobbing. I would have been fucking gone. Everyone would have been looking at me like, what the fuck is this faggot doing? I'm like, you don't understand. I've been waiting 25 years for this, okay? You don't even know.
So you understand.
because when you don't understand, like it didn't need the theatrical thing. And when I fucking played the theme on my tiny little laptop in my room, I started crying because it was so perfect. It was exactly what the fucking it was. I'm like, you know that guy, that cringe guy who reacted to the Star Wars trailer? That's me with Godzilla. That's what I did.
Cringe guy.
The cringe guy. Oh my God. Man.
I'm so glad you enjoyed it, Tom, because I know that the Godzilla franchise means a lot to you, and like to actually see it done right and given justice is like amazing.
It was everything I could want. It was perfect. I mean, people are like, oh yeah, the human story was boring. I'm like, no, this is like the upper echelon of Godzilla stories. like, again, fucking future man with seedy ears running around, fucking aliens from Planet X bringing Godzilla to like the moon. All right, we've dealt with some weird fucking shit. A bunch of like hippies dancing about stopping pollution. All right, like look,
fucking monster, freaking amusement parks and shit.
Yeah, fucking Godzilla talking to Anguirus as they're floating to the amusement park. Fucking Jet Jaguar being a robot that was like toy that morphed into a giant monster. Look, the stories in these movies are fucking atrocious. And would it be better to have a great story in a Godzilla movie? So like not the 80% of the runtime that isn't monsters duking it out, I'd be like super entertained. Sure. Is it still better than what I usually have to sit through? Yeah. Okay, I watched the 90s movies on fucking bootleg tapes that we'd order from Japan. One of the ones, Godzilla vs. Mothra 96, I think.
Yeah.
We didn't even have subs. I just watched it raw. I had no fucking idea what was going on. I was just there for the monster fights. I still don't know what the plot of that movie is. I've never seen it with subtitles. I've watched it like 12 times. I have no fucking idea what it's about. I just know that Batra and Mothra show up and Godzilla kills them. That's all I was there for. I don't give a shit.
Oh, God.
What about Kong versus Godzilla next year? Because that's what they're hinting at.
Yeah, what do you think of Kong, Tom? The Kong Skull Island.
Yeah. Let's hear about that.
I thought it was cool. I've only seen it once, but I watched it specifically. I mean, I'm not a huge King Kong guy because it's just like he's a big monkey. Like, oh, okay, sure. And I like the Peter Jackson one a lot when he's fighting the T-Rexes and stuff. That was cool.
Seen the original?
Have I seen the original?
The black and
I think
white
I did like once a long ass time ago.
The original like did a lot of firsts for like film and animation in general too.
Absolutely. I mean, both the original Kong and the original Godzilla are classics in their own right, for sure. They both did a lot of things first.
Groundbreaking shit.
Absolutely. And so I mean, I'm interested to see what the fuck they're gonna do with Kong, right? Because like the whole end of the movie, they're talking about how there's this crazy fucking radiation surge under Skull Island, clearly implying that like we need to give fucking Kong some steroids.
Yeah, they're gonna give him that lightning shit that they gave him in like the.
Like Godzilla just tanked getting dunked from the stratosphere. What's a monkey gonna do to him? Like we really need to.
Exactly.
There was an article where they're talking about Skull Island and how they're trying to contain things, where it says that they're building a machine under Skull Island. Guys, Mechagodzilla.
I mean, sure, go for it.
Sure, yeah, go for it. Mechagodzilla.
I mean, we've had Mecha Kong in some of the Tokusatsu films from Japan. It's like, make him a robot. I don't give a shit. Do whatever you want.
They're just fucking
like I was saying in the
Monsterverse,
in the conversation we were having a couple days ago, like have the fucking fucking people come in and like strap laser packs and jet packs to Kong's back or something in the middle of a fight. I don't care. Go crazy. Just make it cool.
Mm-hmm. That'd be fucking dope, dude. Yeah, they need to get fucking Gamera in that shit too. Like,
all right,
because they finally get that shit.
Is there anything else you guys want to say about Godzilla?
I want to say
Get
this.
Jaegers in Godzilla.
Yeah,
they could have a crossover.
Legendary owns everything.
They do. They do.
They need Gamera. They need to suck Toei's dick so they can finally capitulate and let Gamera and Godzilla be in the same movie.
Same fucking movie. God damn, this just like so many years. Like just right there. It's right fucking there. Do it.
Yeah,
oh, God.
I know not a lot of people know much. Like most people know Gamera because of like the Mystery Science Theater fucking films, because like the dubs of the classic movies are terrible. Like they're just painful. Like it's Godzilla for like super babies, you know. It's very much for kids. But if you watch Gamera, Guardian of the Universe,
Gamera Guardian of the Universe is fucking raw. Like you have to. Oh, God.
It's fucking amazing. It's like it's just as good, if not better, than the '90s Godzilla films from an objective standpoint. It's fucking incredible what they do in that movie, and like it totally revamped Gamera, made him a badass. It was fucking sick.
And the way his design looked too, like the way they had like just the suit looking, it just was fucking.
Isn't Gamera like friend to the children specifically?
Yeah, in the old movies, that's what he is. It's fucking stupid. And in the, I mean, it's what it is. You know, like even the classic Ultraman was pretty cheesy too, but they kind of evolve it with the times. In the '98 films, Gamera is a biological weapon designed by a long dead species that's like Atlantis or something, and they designed Gamera and like a bunch of other giant monsters of his ilk to defend them from shit and whatever. So he's a biological weapon, and he kind of like there's like these little charms they find, and you can like channel like a person's willpower through this and give him abilities. So he kind of like bonds with this one girl in there, and like she kind of helps him. But like the interesting thing is like when you bond with Gamera with these like little charms, every time Gamera gets hurt, the girl gets hurt too. So he gets like cut in his arm and she gets fucking gashes and stuff. So it's interesting. It's an interesting kind of play they have with that. It's a good movie. It's like Godzilla King of the Monsters, where the story's retarded but it's funny and campy at the same time. So it's fine. You're there to see punches, and there's good punches. It's fine. It's good. It's sick. Go watch it.
Exactly.
It's not doing well at the box office.
Who cares? I mean, the thing is, it's gonna get a sequel. Because let me just say my little part.
Go for it.
I just wanted to let Tommy have his thing because I was just fucking amazing. My friend, I would give you that. So like for me, I was the one on the thing. I was just like, look, all right. I'm not sure about this movie because like the first movie, like Tommy, we had an hour talk. The first when that first 2014 one came out, it was just like, yeah, that shit was stupid. It was fucking blue balling the entire way. It was just awful. Like I couldn't stand that first movie. But then like when this one came out, I kept seeing like trailers, but I remembered how much I loved the first trailers for that 2014 film. So I was just like, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So I kept quiet. Like I kept like super like quiet. Like I don't want to get super hyped for it. So for this one, I took Hirosashi's advice where I was just like, I'm just gonna avoid the trailers, going completely fresh, going just 100%. Like I don't know what's coming and stuff like that. So I remember like there be like, oh, Ghidorah's in the movie. I was like, oh shit. Well, I don't know what he looks like because I have this method of like when I'm like really excited for it, I wince and I just like, okay, I'm gonna mute that, something like that. So I just like make sure I don't see it. And I was like, okay, well, there's Ghidorah, there's Mothra, there's Rodan. I'm like, okay, like I'm not seeing what they look like. So when I went to the movie, that was my first time seeing all of them. And so like when first time, like what Tommy mentioned, the whole thing with Ghidorah like finally being like a creature, because like when you watch those old movies, it's just like you really have to appreciate like, wow, my 90s kid imagination did so much for this. Because when you watch it, it's really just like a fox puppet, like going around like rattling. Just like it's really it's fun to rewatch. Like I still say the 90s ones are the most rewatchable for like people of modern day if they've never seen a Godzilla film, because you rewatch the old ones, it's really great. They're great no matter what, but it's just like those ones just like, oh yeah, this is super cheesy. Like there's a part where Godzilla busts his ass and tips over and it's funny. But like seeing Ghidorah just actually move like a creature, like an actual like creature where you're like, oh fuck, like what the hell is this thing? And then like acting like the Three Stooges, like, oh, what's this? Should we eat them? Nah, shut up, kid. Let's move this. Yeah, and it's just like the way they're all talking and fighting together. It was great. And then like that exact scene Tanya was talking about, where like Godzilla just appears. Since I watched the movie in D-Box first, and for people who don't know what D-Box is, it's where the chairs move along with the action. So like when Godzilla's here, so you just feel like the chair shaking. I'm like, oh shit, boom, that shit. No, actually, that's a lie, because I remember the first time we see him is like he's underwater. And he's like, turn down, like, do not put your missiles at him. Do not point your missiles at him. And you see Godzilla just staring at them in the water. I was like, oh, fucking shit. And there's this part where he goes away and then he comes back really fast. And the chairs move like you're in the fucking thing. And I was like, oh my, what the hell? Oh,
also, the sound design in the movie, top notch.
The sound design was fucking amazing. Like, that scene where Godzilla shows up, and he's just like, yo, what's up, fam? You ready to go again? You want some beef, homie? And then like Ghidorah's like, oh, this bitch. All right, let's get this fool. And then they rush him and stuff like that. I thought that was just the hypest shit ever. I kept touching my friend Z, like, dog, like this. I kept doing that shit. It was just like, I was getting so hyped finally seeing this. And then I like the little callbacks, like the callback to the very original Godzilla with the oxygen destroyer, like knocking him out. It's like, oh, well, that's a nice little throwback. Now, and then, you know, like Mothra, like showing up. I love how they get. I know some people have been like complaining about like, oh, Mothra's design is supposed to be like super.
I like her design.
I like her design with the pinchers, the little.
Yeah, I think it's way cooler.
Mantis thing. That shit looks way fucking more badass. I don't know what the fuck people are talking about. That shit looks way better than the fucking string bug on the thing. And then like Rodan, I like how Rodan, like every time he flew over shit, you saw like the fucking damage it was causing, and like that this thing will fuck you up. And I loved all the original classic monsters. Some of the new Titans, I was interested in. Like there was one creature that I know is not Anguirus, but I kept like thinking like, is that Anguirus? Is that Anguirus?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. That one
like,
creature.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh god, is that Anguirus? I really hope so. And then I'm just like, oh, I hope they like reference Gigan and Megalon and freaking Mechagodzilla and all that shit. But like, it just, the ending, the fight scene at the end where Godzilla fucking does his Kamehameha blast, it's just like such a raw scene. And then they fucking reference Godzilla versus Destroyer, and it's just like so dope. I love that entire scene. Though I will say the only criticism I have of it is just like, I felt bad that Godzilla was getting his ass whooped a little bit. I was like, come on, man, just take it. But like when he came back, oh boy, that was fucking gorgeous.
Tom, you mentioned this in the call yesterday, where like seeing him walk towards like the metal and it was melting.
Yeah. That was like fucking sick, because like they have the whole like plot of Godzilla versus Destroyer is that he's like melting down, like there's too much fucking nuclear energy.
The movie still makes me fucking cry my eyes out.
Oh, dude, absolutely. And like they talk about that, but you never really see anything really representative of that. But in this movie, like he gets overcharged because he tanks a nuke. Like they blow up a nuclear warhead to like recharge him, let him recover, and he just goes like super mode, and like as he's walking through the city towards Ghidorah, all the buildings around him just like are melting and evaporating from the raw energy radiating off of him. It's just like things like that you just couldn't do before, and it just really sells the image a lot.
Yeah,
and then like when they do the nuclear pulses and like there's just a crater around it, and like Ghidorah's wings vaporize, and one of the heads just fucking gets blown clean off. It's like, oh man, this is what I've always wanted. This is how my brain always imagined it when I was like 10.
Exactly. It was just, oh god, it was so.
Also, his spikes are better looking too this time around. They're like bluish and spikier, which is kind of cool.
They made the spikes way bigger, which looked more better proportionally with the rest of the body design, which was sick.
Exactly.
Kong versus Godzilla. I think that's going to do well. I think they're two big names. It's going to be like at least. I think just the names will put butts in the seats, because I think King of Monsters isn't really doing as well financially, as we see from the box office reports. But Kong versus Godzilla will like re-strengthen that faith in the franchise, because like 2014, Godzilla and Kong Skull Island made over $500 million each. So Lord Whaling, that combination will bring it, and knowing the people who are making this shit, god damn it, there will have to be a scene where King Kong shoves a tree down Godzilla's throat.
yeah, and then he's just gonna be like, "Oh, you motherfucker!" Like, I really want like Godzilla and Kong like to have like those like facial reactions, because what I do love about like the fact that we have these CGIs, like you see like their facial reaction, just like like that whole shit, like when Godzilla comes out and you're just like, "Who are these little motherfuckers?" what's going on here? And then he's just like, "Yo, you want a show?" Bah! And he fucking does that thing.
Or when he stares down Rodan because Rodan was a little bitch who.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
At the very end, he's just like, "You want some? You want something?" And he's just like, "Yes."
I even got that vibe when the Mudo showed up, and he's like, "Yeah, fucking Mudo," but more Rodan, like, "Hey, yeah, fuck you, fucker, you gonna try it again?" He's like, "Nope, nope, nope."
You killed my girlfriend, bitch. What the fuck? And it's just like, oh shit.
I'm loving the anthro art of the Godzilla monsters.
Yeah,
on
same
Twitter.
here, dude. Like the first day, I was like, because like I knew once that line was said in the movie, I was like, all I gotta do is just like check once on Twitter. I'm not even gonna find. All I gotta type is Godzilla moth, and then like all the shit just came up, and it's just like, oh, ship OTP mother thing, oh, everywhere, just it's funny, but great movie. I highly recommend the chat. Go check it out. Definitely.
I can't wait for the sequel when the new Mothra gets born and everything, and Godzilla's just like, yeah, I fucked your mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna fuck you. How long was it, like, time-wise? I'm not sure if the universe ever established this, but between when Ghidorah was frozen and Godzilla and Ghidorah like faced off again, like that I feel like that must have been like at least a million years or two.
It was they implied it was very, very fucking long time.
And still, even then, Godzilla's like, "Oh, this fucker!" Like, here we go.
Go see it again, Enigma Prince.
I want to go see it again. I think.
Yeah, during MSP, we should see it at the D-Box Theater at Mall of America.
Yep. Right, I said like Ducky.
Yeah, but why?
Yep.
All right. Guess that's it for Godzilla for now. Tom, you want to keep on talking to us with stuff?
Yeah, I'm down to keep going.
All right.
Good.
Hells yeah! Might get
Yeah.
some more Godzilla questions in the Q&A portion.
Yeah.
Dope.
All right. Next thing, let's talk about Pixar's trailer for Onward.
Yeah, that one got some pretty mixed results now, didn't it?
Yeah.
Onward to porn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
right.
Big troll mom or whatever.
Are people doing that with that already?
Of course they are.
Dude, you know, like the
It's like
all you need
Pixar
is
was
an
like,
hour.
man, guys.
So-
But this is my theory. This is my theory for Onward. Pixar was like, shit. We've been doing nothing but sequels for like the better part of a decade. We really got to get back into the good graces of people. Let's just make Tumblr bait. Let's just get
Yeah.
a lot
Tumblr
of
bait.
shit going. Let's
That's
just
right.
let's design everything here to get the fucking Tumblr people going.
Mm.
And they did it. It's gonna be the Onceler all over again.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah. They got a skinny boy, a big boy, a MILF.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
A dragon!
Oh my god, Jack, shut up. I heard that song a whole lot because I watched some stupid like TikTok.
Well,
thing.
that stupid girl with the itty bitty
Yeah.
boy. Get your nails did in the middle, whatever it is.
Funny enough, I reviewed a movie called Ronald the Barbarian, and in that movie there are these two characters, one who's a skinny boy and one who's kind of a thicker boy, and they're all about going on quests. And there's a line from the trailer for Onward that comes very close to being something from that movie.
Oh yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that tweet. That was very weird.
It was like, oh shit. I mean, I'm not implying that there was any thievery. It's just more of coincidence. But it's like, damn,
Right.
what are the odds? Like, Jesus.
Yeah. Because like I watched a trailer with you guys. And, like, before that line was even said, I was like, oh, yeah, it's Ronald. Because, like, it's Ronald and Alibert from Ronald the Barbarian.
Yeah,
And then
dude.
that line happened. We were like, oh, my God!
You were freaking out. You're like, oh my Jesus Christ, how did that happen?
Someone at Pixar was like, I love this movie. I really want to see it done justice. It's gonna happen.
That was
their Godzilla 98. They watched that and they're like, I really need to make it better.
Ronald was pretty alright
Yeah,
though.
Ronald
Like,
was
I
pretty
watched
good.
it. I was like, huh, alright.
I do like that term though. What is your Godzilla 98?
Ooh, that's a question.
Fuck
Lion King 1.5, my guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, did you see the new Lion King trailer?
I don't wanna.
They actually have, like,
Not even because I wanna save
Is it
the
a-
spoiler.
are you actually-
There's no spoiler.
Is there
What?
actually a Lion King trailer out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very short one.
it's got
watch
Pumbaa talking in it, and I was like, I don't like this.
Well, because he looks like an actual warthog, and you hate pigs.
No,
And-
that's fine.
I mean, you're voicing him.
Wow.
Disney's paying me to buy more weed money.
All right, I have a question about the Lion King movie.
Why?
How is it gonna work? Because the whole reason that the Lion King worked like the original one did is because they were like cartoons, so they were animals, but they had like human like features, so they could like emote and act and deliver emotions.
Yeah, that's the whole problem.
This is like the live action remakes worked for the most part because they were people, so you had live action people be able to do human people things, but they've modeled these incredibly photorealistic animals that can't emote like people. So one of two things are going to happen. Either one, super uncanny valley as they make these photorealistic characters emote, or complete deadpan emotion the entire movie.
See,
and I have a feeling they're going to go with the latter.
Like.
See, tell me,
because like there's no dancing in like a lot of the scenes, like the footage, like them going across the log as they like kind of go through the time skip thing. Like they have a shot of that and they're just walking. They're not like dancing to a beat or anything. And I'm just like, this is a bad sign. This is a bad fucking sign. They're gonna have like Lion King audio over like a National Geographic documentary. And
see, okay, so you brought up that Zach's thing. I think like low key, I actually am sort of interested in seeing it just for that aspect of just like, oh, it's just animals talking to each other like a National Geographic thing. Because to me, my whole mentality is always like, I got the fucking Blu-ray of Lion King right there. I can watch that one any time of day I want to. So this doesn't hurt me. It's just the thing right there. So whatever. So I'm just like interested in just like, I just want to see how they're gonna go about doing this like entire thing, just like with animals talking like, oh yeah, come on, we're gonna eat some grubs now, you know, shit like that. I'm just so curious. Oh, long live the king. See him just be like this. Oh, you killed your dad. You know, cat face. I don't know how to do a cat lion face right now, but like, you know, that's why I'm interested. I'm not looking. I wouldn't say looking forward to it, but I am interested in seeing it just for that thing. Because to me, it's just like, if it's shitty.
You know what it's gonna be like? You ever watched a movie called Milo and Otis? This is one of my younger sister's like favorite movies back in the day. If they just recorded animals and dubbed sound over it, that's what this movie's gonna be like.
What do you mean like
Homeward Bound?
Yeah, Homeward Bound, where they just like the animals are like talking. They couldn't even go the Babe route. Well, Babe works really well, and those are animals that like talk, and that movie still holds the fuck up. Like I watched Babe countless times. That movie holds up like that. So if it's like anything like Babe, I guess I wouldn't mind it. Yeah, you know, I sold myself on it. If it's like Babe, I wouldn't mind it.
I don't care what it's like. I almost on principle hate it.
Yeah, but you got your animated ones right behind you, bro.
I do.
But Jax, this is like his Godzilla 98.
I understand this is Godzilla 98, and I'm just like, hero, you don't have to suffer. Don't do this to yourself.
Haley's gonna like make me anyway.
Why are you gonna let him make you? You're taller than him.
They don't have Be Prepared, and that already is just a gigantic strike.
Would you really want him to do it with deadpan?
Like, we're gonna get like 20 years down the line. It's gonna be like, from the creators of whatever Disney movie came out last year, introducing the live action Zootopia. It's gonna be a photorealistic bunny and like a cop hat.
Would Race hate that?
Would
Race like that or hate that?
No, he'd hate that.
Okay.
I can't wait. It's gonna be the best. It's gonna make all the nostalgia.
You're gonna be 42. You're gonna be 42 years old, and then it's gonna come out.
Wow.
God.
Ooh, damn.
42 is a real age that we'll all hit. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
no, I'm gonna be dead before that.
Oh God.
You set him up for that one.
All right. So Onward. I mean, looks all right now. The thing is, like with Pixar trailers are always usually really bad. Because like I hated the Inside Out trailer, but I love Inside Out.
Did you hate the Incredibles trailer? The very first one.
The first Incredibles trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see the Incredibles in theaters, so there you go.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Finding Nemo? Did you like Finding Nemo trailer?
I liked Finding Nemo's trailer. I'm talking about more recent trailers.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I feel like Pixar tries too hard to be like whimsical sometimes, and just like, ooh, we did a thing, aren't we? Like they're like the Apple of movie studios, where they're kind of like up their own ass, which makes sense. Steve Jobs. I mean, Steve Jobs owned Pixar. That was the company he founded after he left Apple. So they just kind of sniff their own farts, you know, and everybody kind of rolls with it.
There's gonna be I mean, something that's worth bringing up though is that like Lasseter's gone, so there could be a change.
Toys
Yeah.
the top.
Because Pete Docter's like the head of everything now.
And I like Pete.
Yeah. So yeah, Onward. Now let's talk about something dealing with puppets.
The
Yeah, the Dark Crystal Netflix series coming out. In
Did you know that
August,
they had?
I think? Was it August or October? It's one of those months.
I think it's October.
Did you know that the original puppets that Nesca told me they had penises and they
Yeah.
had vaginas because they were made to be?
Yeah, Pan and
genetically
Nesca went to the Muppet Museum in Atlanta, and they told them like, oh yeah, the Dark Crystal puppets, they had genitals.
Yeah.
So
They were anatomically correct.
so they were doing some things with them when the movie was over.
Someone fucked that puppet. You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't
Why
you?
For realism.
why are humans so
Horny?
kinky? Yeah, like,
Because we're a bunch of intelligent creatures who can't get off of this planet, so we'll fuck everything on it instead.
Hero, you're the weird one. We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
you're right.
You should want to fuck everything, but you don't. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Man, I do. I just keep it under control. Damn.
That was your first mistake.
With us heathens.
I haven't seen the trailer for Dark Crystal yet. I haven't even seen the original Dark Crystal, but it looks fucking cool. So I should
Oh,
probably
yeah.
do
The
that.
original Dark
Cool.
Crystal's awesome.
Combination of puppetry with like CGI and special effects. It's a cool blending of both kinds of mediums and not mediums, but you know what I mean, like visual effects. And it's neat because like puppetry, like it's weird how that kind of carried over things during like 60s, 70s, 80s, and then around the 90s you see that break over into CGI. There's some puppetry shit like Audrey.
Audrey
Right.
2
Audrey
from
2
Little
and,
Shop of
Little
Horrors
Shop of
that
Horrors.
looks
Yeah.
way fucking better than anything these days. Like the amount of people it took to make that puppet just move and like move so fluidly where it looks so realistic. It's just fucking gorgeous. Like hell, but you know another one, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle films, 1990, still hold the fuck up. Still hold the fuck up to
Yeah,
this
and
day.
the animatronic T-Rex in Jurassic Park.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
Raptors, too.
practical effects are. It's ironic that practical effects are just kind of impractical at times, just because like the amount of work they take to make
Mhm.
effective. But like if you nail it, it's real. It's a real object, so it will age much more gracefully than CG.
That's
Well,
what
folks are saying like, oh, the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, you know, look how good the CGI is. It's like that's a puppet, like that's a machine.
Yeah, and like when it comes out in the rain is CGI, and like when CGI,
Yeah,
looks
they
fucking beautiful.
blended it very well.
Yeah, because like that pisses me off in Jurassic World where they said like we're gonna use animatronics, but they coded.
Yeah, they
them
only
CGI.
used it like once.
Yeah,
Well,
and
they
coded
also
so
used
much-
it with the Raptors a little bit, but they covered it with a bit of CGI.
so much CGI.
Yeah.
That it didn't look right. It's just
Yeah.
like this looks so fictional. Like the original is just like, oh, that thing could be.
Yeah, especially with the Raptors like at the doors during the kitchen scene where you see it like
Exactly.
sniff out. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just because I was raised on fucking Godzilla movies, but like I can suspend my disbelief with CG pretty easily. Like even like I mean, I'm watching fucking Ultraman right now, which has the budget of like a school lunch. You know? Like, the CG's fucking. I'm watching like Ultraman Nexus from 2002, and the CG looks like a PlayStation 1 game, and I'm like, fuck it. There he is. He's punching dudes. I get it. It's fine. So like I can turn my brain off on that and be cool with it. But like there's no doubt that like, you know, practical effects do age better, and I think using them more frequently would benefit a lot of movies, you know, because CG, it's just more flexible. Like that's kind of why it kind of dominates everything. Like it's an art form that's kind of like designed to do
there are
what it's used
some
for.
points where like CG has gotten to the point where it's like, oh, that looks really really good. Like the
like Iron Man.
Yeah, like and the new
first one.
the prequel Planet of the Apes movies. Like
yeah,
Caesar
yeah.
and like all of them, they look incredible.
Yeah, they look amazing. But you know what? I guess it is because I was talking to a friend about this the other day because I was watching the first few Iron Mans again because I really love the first Iron Man movie. And there's like times when they blend like a prosthetic, like a practical suit with a CGI, and that shit just looks beautiful. It's like, oh shit, that looks so realistic. But then when you watch something like Infinity War and Endgame, well, it's still a great movie. The suit's just like, yeah, especially when he does the thing.
Oh yeah,
puts
when
it
he
on,
does
it's like,
because
yeah,
he has like all the nanobots and stuff.
Yeah, I know they say it's nanobot, but it still
yeah.
just looks super.
Yeah, but
like,
Thanos looks really
fake.
good.
Thanos
Yeah.
looks amazing and stuff like that, but it's just like certain.
It just depends. When it's done wrong, CGI fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Holy shit, does it suck?
Yeah, I mean, it can be very jarring.
Oh,
And,
yeah,
like, I think.
Compare like not Darkseid, Steppenwolf from Justice League to Thanos.
Oh,
and, like, it's
God.
Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's really
Or
difficult
Cyborg.
to get out of that.
Oh yeah,
uncanny
Cyborg.
valley.
Oh yeah, Cyborg looked terrible in Justice League.
Cyborg looks awful. Like Cyborg looked.
It's
dated
so
when it
it's so
came
much
out.
fucking harder to blend CG with like an actor than just making a complete like CG character because
Agreed.
like you have aspects of like photorealism clashing with your CG and you got to really blend those two together and it's super difficult.
And you know what they should do? What's funny is there are some people at like conventions, cosplayers who've like mastered this thing where it's like that should be in a fucking movie. You should be getting hired to be in a movie for making this, bringing this to life. Like there was this fucking thing. I forget what it was. It was some demon thing, but they had like the smoke coming out of it, and it was like green eyes and shit. I was just like, this looks like something they would just pay like top dollar for, and you just made it. Just beautiful.
Seriously,
All right,
people have too much skill.
You guys have anything to talk about with Dark Crystal? I mean, I'll watch it when it comes out. But yeah,
I'm definitely gonna see it.
About how I feel.
Looks fucking sick. I gotta watch the OG first.
I've been watching the show Dinosaurs on Hulu as of late. That's also from Jim Henson, and like I'm kind of on a puppet fan. That show is fucking like smart. Like
I love it.
Because that Triceratops boss. He's
Richfield. So because this is something that's difficult about doing social commentary, and I guess it's all relative to the person listening to it. But where it crosses the line of preaching it, and it does that a bit in Dinosaurs. But more often than not, it's like no, they're really poking fun at how stupid humanity is, and making fun of history. Like there's an episode where like the main character finds land that belongs to cavemen, and he's like, "Well, it's ours now." And it's like, well, this is like Native Americans having their land taken away by, settlers. And it's just all these different episodes. Well, there's one with steroids. One about...
I love that one. I know what you're talking about.
Legitimately, my favorite character in the entire show is Spike. Like, the way they introduce Robbie's friend, because he's like, oh, he's a punk-ass teenager. It's like, no, this guy's actually really thoughtful and patient. And
what? You cut off
and
for
he
a minute.
turned into a werewolf.
Good show.
You cut off after what you said about Spike.
Oh, I was just saying that Spike's a good character. He's not what you'd expect him to be.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to we have a couple more things and then we'll do Q&A. We Bare Bears. It's getting a movie next year.
Why?
Yeah. Why though?
I think it's just a straight to TV movie. But still, that's interesting. And it's also getting a spinoff with the Little Bears.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, I watched that show when I was little.
Yeah, right.
But yeah,
The crossover we never expected.
yeah. So the episodes of when the Bears when they're kids, they're having like their own spinoff to where it's just gonna be them.
That's fine. I'm cool with that.
Okay, I mean, I guess it's just like babies or something.
Yeah.
I like haven't kept up with We Bare Bears, and I don't know why, because every time I watch it, I enjoy it.
Right, it's that same.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as Gumball. It's like I like this show. I like it every time. Why do I not just watch it?
Yeah, I sometimes just watch it like when I'm eating dinner or whatever. I'll just like, okay, I'll see what episode I was on, and watch it. Because I just clipped it today when I saw it. I was like, where Panda's like, all right, now to post it online because strangers knowing our happiness is how we know it exists, or what like, or otherwise it doesn't exist.
Yeah, good shit like that. I think We Bare Bears is like, it's good, but it kind of like, I don't know, it has this sense of like airy kind of just like simplicity to it, and it's like pleasant, but it doesn't like really grip you or anything. So it's kind of easy to like sit down, enjoy it, and then like 20 minutes later you kind of don't even remember it.
So it's the Animal Crossing of cartoons.
You're right.
It's cozy and comfortable, and just I don't know. It's a nice little show.
Yeah, but no, I'll definitely watch the whatever movie they're gonna have. Somebody said it might be like a series finale type thing for it.
Whoa.
So,
I mean, it's been going on for a while, so
yeah, it's been going on since 2015.
it's a good run.
All right, last thing. Before Q&A. So there was a Pokemon conference, like a press conference, not a direct or anything, which that's actually going to be this week on Wednesday. Talking about Sword and Shield, the news for that. But they were talking about different things and the movie with Detective Pikachu that came out. And actually somebody from Toho came out and said, like, oh yeah, we talked about, like, Detective Pikachu, and, like, oh yeah, and Godzilla's out. Go watch it. And then the guy from Pokemon came back on, and he said, well, that wasn't really about Pokemon, but okay.
How did he get on stage? Just like sneak in through the back? And just,
well, like this thing is, like, they said, like, oh yeah, there's this guy from Toho. They have their own monsters too.
Nice.
So they announced a few things. They announced this, like, new weird mobile game with, like, trainers and stuff. It looked like a gacha type of game. And then they announced Pokemon Sleep. I was like, what?
What does it mean? What is
I
it
don't
about?
know.
I think the
It's more
Pokemon
fun to
company
sleep.
just like is determined to get people to just be healthy. They're like, all right, go outside and play, and now get your fucking sleep.
Yeah.
Like, you're not my mom, Pokemon. Jesus Christ.
Pokemon, eat your vegetables.
Pokemon
Yeah.
get a job.
Pokemon, get a job.
Pokemon,
So-
go get a job. Yeah.
So yeah, and they also announced that, like, there's going to be a sequel to Detective Pikachu, the game, on the Switch. And
they have to do that at this point.
But one of the most exciting things for me is Pokemon Home that they announced, where you can actually put, like, everything from, like, Pokemon Bank, Pokemon Go, the Let's Go games. All of it can go. All of your Pokemon can be in one place now. You can actually use it on your phone, so you can, like, have your Pokemon with you on your phone and trade with people that way. So you don't have to have a gaming device at all to trade Pokemon, which I think that's pretty
cool.
neat. Yeah.
That seems like the right move.
So basically, Pokemon from every generation can go to that one app.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So
Well,
yeah,
Pokemon's on the march.
yeah.
Digimon.
they want to put Pokemon into every aspect of your life.
That's a little too much. No thanks.
It's, I mean, Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Yeah, consume
Not
products.
over yet. Give us
Where's
more-
Pokemon Snap 2? Jesus fucking Christ.
No,
I know, I
kidding.
want it.
out.
My girlfriend's all about that shit. She wants. It's like they have the Wii U and the Switch, where they have the perfect, like, systems to do this, like the
Right?
the picture mechanic. But
They're sleeping on this shit. What the fuck?
I don't know.
Literally with Pokemon Sleep.
All right, it's Q&A time.
Yeah, Q&A time. So we do have some super chats here. We'll go over those first, and then we'll look on to Twitter. So let's see, super chats. The first one was from Dale18. Says, so I am heading off to Florida this weekend and thought it was worth asking you
Good
guys, what is your favorite and least favorite vacation highlight? Ooh.
Favorite and least favorite? Oh, that's interesting. That's kind of hard for me to
Something bad
answer.
that happened.
I was forced to go to England and I didn't want to go at all, really.
Oh.
And then we got to go home a day early. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. 'Cause I was just like, I don't want to go. And
That was your
like,
best
okay,
experience, not having to go to fucking England.
Wow.
No,
As a Brit, I am so offended, Hero. Wow.
Like,
I'm sick.
I'm partly British too. Don't be mad at me. But it's I
Oh,
don't
can you
know.
believe this wanker?
I mean, like, I went there, and it was nice. Don't get me wrong. When I was actually there, I was like, oh shit, England's kind of nice. Then we went to shoot, is it Birmingham? Yeah, we went to Birmingham, and I was like, oh, this is very nice. I like Birmingham a little more than London, but that's just a personal thing. But it was nice. I passed by, what is it, Milton Keyes? We know someone who lives there, by the way. I'm not gonna say who, but we know someone who lives there. And I was like, British.
British.
I think my
My
worst
best.
one was actually, like, when I was a kid, me and my mom and dad and my aunt and uncle and my cousin, we went to the beach for a weekend, but it rained the entire time,
Oh, no.
which that sucked.
Yeah, that happens. That was similar to what my family went through, where we went on this camping trip, and we were so excited because we were tent camping, which that was rough because we didn't bring air mattresses the first couple of days. Like I remember sharing a tent with my cousin Michael, who was older than me. I remember getting sick off of food that one night. I remember waking up, and I vividly remember this. I'm like, Michael, he's like, what? And I'm like, I'm going to throw up. And he like ripped the tent open and grabbed me and threw me out the tent. It was pouring down with rain. And funny enough, the campground where this happened is like an hour away from where I currently live. And then to top it all off, though, it rained the entire week. It stopped raining the last day. The last fucking day it stopped raining.
Wow, that sucks.
That's how it fucking works.
That's like that Hey Arnold episode where they went camping.
Susie had to talk about Susie had to have the talk about.
Is that the one when Helga's camping right next to them and their dad has like the RV and they're like making steak and eggs and shit?
No, that's a different one. I'm thinking of the one where Sid, Stinky, and all of them went camping together, and then they were like, "Oh, we hate camping. We want to go to this like resort place that there's like right there." But they were like, "Oh, we have to stay camping because our parents like it." And then the parents were like, "Oh, that resort place looks great, but we have to stay camping because the kids love it." And it was just like one of those moments, and then they all got together. But they were basically going through such shit like Stinky. One of them they thought got rabies. I think Stinky got hit by a skunk. So they were like Gabe, and then what else happened? They kept eating beans because that's all they had. They were like farting, and then Harold beans. Yeah, exactly. Why is that so?
Oh my god. What was the best vacation I've had though? I don't know. I don't know, man.
I got stung by a scorpion on vacation once, and I was having a panic attack the entire time because but that happens a lot.
Anytime I go to a convention is fun.
When I went to Hawaii a few weeks ago,
before I had to go off to Georgia to Momocon, before I had to go off to Minnesota for MLP MSB.
I love being rich. I was quoting Mallard from Regulation.
I was quoting myself. The word I live by. Fucking peasants.
I was reading a thread this morning about like what are some high-paying jobs that people don't think about, and apparently like there are city trash collectors, bus drivers, people who do captioning for like it's all this stuff where it's like it takes a little bit of like. It's one of those things where you don't go to college for it. You just go specifically to the training for this shit, knock it out, and then you live your life getting work done. Some guy who's like, yeah, what I do is I switch this switch for train tracks. I get to watch Netflix and play Hearthstone all night, and I get paid 6 digits.
Oh, jeez.
Like,
that sounds great.
Fuck, dude? Yeah.
Damn. You've got it figured out.
But then you have to play Hearthstone.
It's true.
You don't have to play Hearthstone.
It's actually
no, that's part of your job requirement. You got to be certified before you can get the job.
Oh my god, I don't know if I can do that. I hate card games.
The best vacation thing though, I went to Hawaii recently, and there was this mountain called Mauna Kea with all these observatories up top. The mountain's like 14,000 feet tall or something like that. Like so high up, you have to watch out for your oxygen levels and make sure you breathe and drink lots of water. We can pass out. When I was up there, though, I could see the fucking shadow of the mountain being casted across the ocean. I felt like I was fucking touching heaven. It was amazing. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is like from a dream. It was amazing. I loved it. That was a moment of my life I'll never forget.
All right. Do you guys have any more before we move on?
I can't think of my best.
Best vacation.
All right. Let's see. We got a couple of super chats from Elwood from the beginning. Thank you for that.
He just sent you dollars.
Yeah. Editman RGG2 sends a question. What video game or movie franchise y'all were late to the party to? Meaning franchises you wish you discovered years ago.
I didn't know Samus was a girl till 2015.
Wait, is it movie or video games?
Either. Like video game or movie franchise.
Oh, okay.
Oh, a movie franchise I was late to the game with was a John Wick. because I wanted to like my friends were saying you would like this a lot because you're psychopathic and you like that shit. And I was like, oh sure.
I was late to the party with Kingdom Hearts, which is actually to my benefit because like everything was in one package.
And in order.
And in order.
Yeah.
God, I was super late to the party on Dark Souls. I just played Dark Souls like last month, so.
Late to the party with Zelda, which I'm still late to the party. I still need to play more.
I've still never played a Zelda game all the way through.
I'm late to the party on a lot of shit I haven't even played yet.
Oh yeah,
Where it's
Hero,
like-
you were late to the party on most of Marvel.
Movies.
Yeah.
I was actually gonna say it sounds stupid, but legitimately, Beatmania 2DX. I am getting better, but people have been playing this game since like '99, and I'm just like, dude, I can't even catch up anymore. You have like 18 years on me. I cannot catch up with that. But yes,
It's time to quit your job and get that train job so you can just play the entire figures and get
just
caught
play my
up.
2DX controller.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was late to the party on Marvel movies. I watched all of them except for Thor
Dark
2
World.
and Captain Marvel, not Captain Carvel. No,
Mapped in Marvel.
I caught myself this time at least.
All right.
But, yeah.
From Lamanic, 89. Anyone going to Star Wars Galaxy Edge? Or Galaxy's
The
Edge?
fuck is that?
Yeah,
It's,
what is
it's
that?
the new
theme park at Disneyland for it's this big thing they've been working on for a long time at Disneyland, where it's a Star Wars land, and they have one coming to Disney World as well. And
Sounds
Well,
it's
I've literally
insane-
never been to Disney in my life, so I doubt I'll be going there.
Oh, we gotta get you out there, dude.
Yeah.
It's a fun experience. It's also painful in a lot of ways. Depends on how you feel.
You have,
But
to,
that makes-
you have to go there before the magic runs out because that corporation is getting way too big.
Isn't it like already gone? I thought it was just they're making Star Wars World. That seems like the end
They're
game. No pun
really
intended.
good Man,
Literally no pun intended.
I've been
but
saying
it
Endgame a lot
happened.
more recently, and I'm like, damn it, stop, Stephen. Jesus, stop saying Endgame. Like, even if it's grammatically correct. But, like, the Galaxy's Edge, it's been in the works for a long time. It's funny because, like, they had the, it's a large park. The Millennium Falcon's there. There's some cool rides, and it's a very immersive experience. The entire park, its entire deal is immersion, like, and get you part of the experience. But during the opening night, they had like Bob Iger, who's like the CEO of Disney there, Harrison Ford, Hamill, and then George Lucas. And I think I told you this, Paleo, where God bless him, George, these other guys are wearing nice suits. George is wearing his fucking bleached white jeans, his plaid shirt tucked into his pants, his New Balance scuffed up shoes.
Where are my New Balances, hon?
Exactly, and then a blazer over it, and it's like, yep, that's George Lucas, all right, a billionaire, ladies and gentlemen. Like, here he is. So, yeah, Galaxy's Edge is out. It should be coming out in Disney World, I think, next year or two. Like,
Was George Lucas actually there, or did Disney like kill him and just like reanimated his corpse and just like dragged him around on stage? I feel like he's just a husk of his former self ever since selling the franchise to Disney.
If you ever want to see dead eyes of a human being, go look up pictures of George Lucas when he sold Star Wars to Disney, and where he's like shaking hands with Jedi Mickey. You see his eyes look soulless.
Wow.
I wonder why he did it.
I was told by Jim. Well, I think because he was done doing the series. George is a very fascinating individual. Because like Jim and I were talking about like George with the entire Galaxy thing, and Jim was like, "Yeah, it's really weird because like there's this guy who made movies that inspired George, and after A New Hope came out, like George and this guy met up, and the guy was like, "Yeah, I want to do this movie next, but I can't afford it." And George went into the studio, like I forgot what company, I think it was like Fox, I guess, who like he was like, "Yeah, you all are gonna pay for this guy's movie," and they're like, "Well, no," and he's like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna pull Star Wars then." And they're like, "You can't do that." He's like, "Well, I own sequel rights, so I can." And they're like, "Shit." So they made a movie.
What was the movie?
I forget. You have to ask Jim. It's some like Japanese movie or something.
Okay.
Apparently, the guy went on to be funded like solely by George Lucas because George like liked his stuff that much.
Damn,
Was it
I need a
Kurosawa?
patron like that.
Kurazada? That might be it.
Kurosawa.
George Lucas, give me money on Patreon. Patreon.com/PodStation2. Please.
Oh, you did. The George Lucas tier.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a New Balance shirt or New Balance shoes.
All right, we have a
right.
few more super chats here. From Matthew Barnes. G'day from Wendy and Wild Illawarra. Hope this $5 dues contributes to a coffee. Cheers. So yeah, I can tell they're from. They're definitely from Zimbabwe.
India.
Yeah. Also, you don't drink coffee, do you?
No, I don't.
Do you
I don't
not
think-
like it?
Wait,
No, I
hold
don't
on.
like coffee.
Does anyone here drink coffee?
I fucking love coffee. Tom, do you like
Oh,
coffee?
I had coffee like an hour before I came on the show.
Yeah.
So now he hates it.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's the worst thing ever.
Jack, do you drink coffee?
No, because like I remember in high school. No, because that's a bit of a mix thing. Like I will have like a Starbucks thing every now and then, but that's only just if I want to. But I don't like warm coffee. Like black coffee is absolutely disgusting to me. It's just like the most horrible thing I cough. But like I never want to drink coffee every day because I remember in high school I would have friends come off and then they would stop drinking it for a couple days and like, dude, I stopped drinking it. I have a headache now, and I'm just like, I don't want to ever have an addiction like that where like if I stop drinking something, I'll
It's
have
bad.
like a fucking
Don't
headache.
do it.
Fuck that. So
Jack, your body's a temple. Treat it as such.
yeah.
My body's like a McDonald's. It's just broken already.
All right. From Ryan Walterson says, while Momocon was happening, the Double Toasted Toronto show was amazing. The crew was super nice, and Corey made me take a shot of bourbon on stage.
Oh wow.
Wait, the crew's super nice. Corey made me take a shot of bourbon on the stage.
Oh god. Well, when did Corey take that photo that's been going around the Children Toast thing, Ryan? Have you seen that? Like, yeah, okay. Because Corey took this like meme photo they've been memeing on the page where he like turns around and he sort of looks like that guy is like, oh, shit, I forget that one vine, but he did something. But it was that's cool. That's good. The Double Toasted guys are pretty chill. They're always drinking it up.
Yeah.
Time. Yeah.
All right, from Connor Johnson. Would you believe there's a reference to a Charles Manson quote in an episode of Star vs. the Forces of Evil? I'm not joking. What?
No, I wouldn't disagree.
You can't just drop that and not tell
Yeah,
us
what
it is.
episode?
Probably Eclipse episode. She was kind of fucked up. She's the best character, but she was fucking...
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, Eclipse was fucking cool.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome. But they never explained why her husband ate that one guy. It was just like, oh, it's complicated.
He was hungry.
I guess so.
Why'd you eat a pizza, Jax? You were hungry. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, but I eat it once a week.
All right, let's go on to Twitter now so we can get some Twitter questions. I'll go most recent so we can get some people in. From Gumball, have any of you played Team Sonic Racing? If so, what are all your thoughts on Team Sonic Racing since it released last week? I haven't played it. I've played Sonic Racing Transformed. That's pretty fun.
That game was like actually really good.
Yeah.
It's a really good kart racer.
I haven't
Why
played...
why is Sonic in a cart? He can run really fast. That's his
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome to that.
Why is
custom
Danica
sport
Patrick in it?
forever.
Sonic's just like gotta go slower, I guess.
Gotta go slow.
Yeah, it still surprised me that Danica Patrick, an actual NASCAR driver, is in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like
It's so
voicing or like just Danica Patrick, the person,
driving.
The
3D
person.
model.
Just the person.
Yeah, the person, like with her car. It's
God.
so weird.
That's like that. For some reason, that just gave me like the a similar vibe to like that fucking Hatsune Miku commercial where Scarlett Johansson calls up Hatsune Miku. Just like, why the fuck
Yeah.
God, that's fucking weird.
All right, Oziel asks, thoughts on Villainous getting a TV series with a pilot episode now releasing on YouTube?
Is really? That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm happy. That show was pretty sick, and I haven't watched the pilot yet, but I plan on it because the I don't know if it was a pilot or whatever the fuck was floating around back in the day was really good.
Yeah, they had like a series of like shorts on YouTube.
Yeah, they were great.
Cartoon Network fanatic has a question for Saberspark.
Yes.
Could you do What Ruined Blue Sky Studios later this year?
Yep, that's the plan.
Yeah. Is it
Did
Ice
they get
Age?
ruined?
What's that?
Is the answer Ice Age?
Yeah, Ice Age is definitely something. Like
The first Ice Age was pretty good, though.
yeah, but there's 5
But then they
more.
made
Yeah,
they made 4
exactly.
others.
Oh wow, yeah, okay. They don't
they-
have a good track record, do they?
No, it's kind of a hit or miss. I bet you never miss.
Huh?
They
God damn it.
they went ham on the Ice Age thing because for some reason like that does somewhat well here in America and really well overseas.
It did really
China
well
loves
in like
Ice Age.
Russia.
Is this Putin? This makes me happy. Look at the Ray Ramondo mammoth.
I was like, is Dream Sky? Oh wait, Dream Sky.
Look at this whole place covered in snow. Look just like home. 10 out of 10.
I was like, is Blue Sky ruined? I was like, they made Rio 2 and the
Peanuts
movie, and then I looked at the rest of what they made. And I was like, oh, that's all they made.
Yeah, it's kind of like Illuminate. Well, Illumination's just boring. Blue Sky is more similar to like I guess I would say, like it's like a worse version of DreamWorks.
I'm surprised that
Like-
there's actually like big fans of robots. Robots, I did not like at all.
I think people
Whoa.
unironically, or people like it ironically.
I
don't
forgot
know.
that existed.
Rio is such an interesting like movie to me, like Rio and Rio 2, because they are both just, to me at least, they are just 7 out of 10, pretty okay movies. Like usually the trend is like you release a 7 out of 10 movie and you release the second, like the sequel to it, it's like a 5 or a 4 out of 10. Like it's just absolute trash. But they're both just okay. And that's so weird. Like I feel like it never happens.
You know those birds now are actually extinct, and that movie was made to help the birds so they wouldn't be extinct?
Oh, Blue Spitz Macaw, whatever they're
Yeah, they're
called.
gone now. That's crazy.
That's
Man, if only they were 8s, they could still be around. Good job. You fucked up, Blue Sky.
Oh, God.
Cartoon Network Fanatic also had another question. Thoughts on the new trailer for Death Stranding and its release date this November?
It's releasing on my birthday, so 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone buy it for me.
Yeah, it's basically grimdark Breath of the Wild from the gameplay.
Oh, did you guys? There was a tweet floating around where people were like, watching the trailer makes no sense, but if you read the official website, it sounds fucking really cool. Did you guys see that at
No.
all?
No.
So the website talks about how it's like a survival game, and so like all the gear you're carrying can be like if you get attacked, it can be knocked away or destroyed. So you have to like be really careful, or you're gonna lose tools you need to
Oh,
like keep
man.
progressing in the world. And then there's no game over state. If you die, you get sucked into that alternate reality, and you have to navigate your way back into the main world. So there's no lost state. So like I'm like, why didn't you mention this in the fucking trailer, Kojima? Instead of like showing the pores on Norman Reedus' face, why don't you tell me what I gotta fucking do?
How long do you think all the cutscenes are going to be together when they're streamed up on YouTube?
I'm gonna say probably at least like 7 or 8 hours. I mean, it's a Kojima game. Look, this is Kojima Unchained.
I know.
I'm terrified.
he's a little bit of a nut, isn't he?
I can't even imagine. Like he was just like he was like shackled by Konami to like make things that like could sell and like made sense. Like give the guy a gun and have him shoot people. That's what video games are about. Wink, wink. And now he's just like, I'm strapping a baby to you and giving you a ladder, and shit's gonna get really fucking weird. I'm like, oh no. Oh no, you never go full Kojima, and here we go.
Right.
All right.
He's a bit of a nut.
Question here from Nicholas Walker. Thoughts on Apple shutting down the iTunes store? Oh yeah, I heard about this.
Did they?
Are they shutting it? I mean, they're splitting it up into like 3 applications.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think that's probably a good move. Like, iTunes is a bloated monster at this point. You know, it's like it does apps, it does games.
I only heard that like, oh yeah, they're shutting down the iTunes store, and like people were like panicking about something. I mean, I don't use iTunes, so.
Right. I don't use iTunes either. I mean, I use the piratebay.se Lamau best music store. But like they're breaking up iTunes into Apple Music, which is like their subscription service, plus like I'm assuming like buying music, Apple Podcasts, and then Apple TV, which is going to be the video service. So I don't think they're going to like destroy the people's libraries or anything. I'm sure that would be a class action lawsuit immediately. So I think just like the iTunes application is being changed and all that shit. They had WWDC today. There's a bunch of announcements out of Apple. You know, like a $1,000 monitor stand. Lamau.
Oh yeah.
Fucking amazing.
That was for real?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Oh my fucking god! Are you serious? Oh,
Saber, it's a $1,000 stand for a $6,000 monitor.
Man, people are just
If you're rich enough, you just buy whatever. It was like,
whatever, man.
To pair that with your $6,000 Mac Pro, so it's just like, oh boy. I mean, it's literally designed for industry professionals. Like they demoed it on stage. Like, look, you can open 1,500 tracks in Logic and play them all at the same time. We added 7 full orchestras to this machine because you just can. So, like, they were whipping their dick around about how powerful it is. But yeah, definitely not for normies.
All right,
but they're charging $6,000 for a computer, and it has great specs. But 256 gigs of SSD.
Yeah.
For 6,000, come on,
that's
Apple.
stupid.
Put a terabyte in there. Don't be a bitch.
Put 6 terabytes in there for $6,000?
Well, they're using like a fucking like 8-core professional level Xeon processor, 32 gigs of ECC RAM.
Oh,
I mean, the computer.
Let that slide.
The whole thing is like when you get to like pro level components like that, like a computer from HP costs just as much as the Mac Pro.
But if they're like whipping their PP around about you can do this many tracks, I know. Sorry, Cap. If you're like, I can make those jokes now.
Proud of you.
But like, if you get like have however many tracks in Logic, do you first of all know how much space all of those VSTs, all those virtual instruments take up? Newsflash, it's a shit ton. So 256 gigs, get out of here with that nonsense. Like what?
You know, you're not wrong.
I'm pretty sure I literally have 256 gigs of VSTs on my computer right now. And
I guess you're gonna have to pay Apple like the extra $3,000 to get like your terabyte of SSD storage.
Yes. Computer.
No, not quite. I have 167. But I'm just a guy. If you're doing this professionally, like holy shit.
Well, if you're doing it professionally, you're probably like $20,000 for a computer setup. Put that on my business account, Stacy, my accountant, or whatever the fuck you have. I know what fucking professionals do.
People gotta stop doing that because that gets me every
When I want to buy a computer, I go on Craigslist and like beg and like be like, $20 in a blowjob, please. That's what I can offer.
Literally any joke can be made funnier if you just insert a name. I love it so much.
Stacy.
I don't fucking know, dude. It's just all stream of consciousness. None of it's pre-planned. It's just whatever comes into the gray matter just comes out.
Like that bit in BoJack when Wanda was telling the joke and she was like, "Relax, Brandon." That shit like
destroyed. Relax, Brandon. That's pretty good.
Here's a question from Waddles. Have you considered watching Mau Mau Heroes of the Pure Heart? It's a collaborative between Cartoon Network and Titmouse.
I didn't consider it.
Yeah. So yeah, we saw we saw a trailer that when we were just watching videos at Momocon. And yeah, it looks like totally up my alley. I'll definitely watch it.
What is it?
There's a new cartoon on Cartoon Network coming out.
Just some cats.
You've seen it, Jax. It's the ninja cat. It's like a little Japanese like anime cat with a sword.
Oh,
yeah, with the little bat buddy.
Not to be mistaken with Samurai Pizza Cats.
Oh yeah, that started on Newgrounds, right? Newground was tweeting about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
It looked fucking sick. That was awesome.
I'm glad somebody went from Newgrounds to real world. That's cool.
Yeah.
Bottom of the bottom now.
There's a chance for all of us someday.
Is Newgrounds the bottom, or is it just like the pit? Like it's the absolute worst you can be.
That's the cess.
What?
Starting from the
Newgrounds?
cess.
The
Yes.
cess.
I love Newgrounds. Newgrounds is important to me, but like, ooh, lad.
Fuck you, buddy. Play my game demo right now on Newgrounds, up for best of May. You fucking dick.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why
he's
did you
in
tell
the
me this,
Newgrounds.
Tommy? I would have promoted.
He did.
Because it's not open for public voting. They have like
I
private
would've,
voting for those things.
Tell me so I can promote your shit.
Uh, hey, Jax, it's on Newgrounds.
All right, give me
Now
the
you
link,
know.
and I'll share
Okay.
it.
Why the fuck you hopping around all over the place?
Shut up and take my money, Tommy.
All right.
Sure. Patreon.com/podcast.
All right.
Like that wasn't a joke to me.
$20 a month gets you quarterly loot boxes. I'll send you real world merch.
Oh my God,
to
loot
your home.
boxes.
Send me a
Which is
Godzilla
really
figure
relevant.
each month.
All right,
Box
cool.
is very
That'd be
relevant.
dope.
A question from Ozzyall. What's your reaction about people's cheering about you saying My Little Pony during the panel at Momocon? Oh yeah.
That was hype as
Aw,
fuck.
that made me feel good.
Wait,
that was
what happened?
cute.
I was
Oh, you
there.
didn't see it, Tommy? Show him
No.
the video.
Oh
You
yeah,
gotta
I gotta show you the
Don't tell
You
him
want,
what happened.
you,
Show him
you,
the
want, you
video.
want to show him? Okay, I guess. Yeah.
All I saw, the most recent MLP thing I saw was Jax was tweeting about fucking Canon Rare Jack in the Equestria Girls movie. I'm like,
Oh,
yeah,
they were eye fucking
yeah.
the hell out of each other.
I'm still on board. I'm still waiting for that ship to sail.
Dude, no, because I looked up what the writer actually intentionally made it as a lovers quarrel
Good.
instead of like friends fighting, and so like they were like, yeah, we made it look like this because they were having a bit of this, and so like when they do the shorts now, they have Applejack and Rarity right next to each other, and they're very much like saying like, oh yeah, they're pretty much.
Oh, I'm glad they're finally on board with their own shit.
Don't ship things to please people.
Stop being so PC.
There's nothing shifting. Have you been watching the show? The meta text has been there for years.
Let them have their freaking fun.
I won't allow it.
Yeah. So Tom, here it is right here.
Yeah, watch
on
this.
On this
Listen
tweet.
to his.
Yeah.
All right.
Because
For
like
people in the
there was
chat,
there was a
everything.
question where somebody asked like, what inspired you to do YouTube? And people were saying like Steven Universe, Gravity Falls, Steven Universe,
Legend of
Korra, Steven Universe, and then me and Saber said My Little Pony, and the
Yeah, just
entire
watch what
crowd
happens.
cheered.
Just watch what happens. Just.
All right. I'm watching it right now.
Yeah, just
I
let us
guess
know you're.
everyone gets to just wait.
Everyone gets to wait, chat. He's watching.
I don't know who any of these people are.
Welcome to my life.
You get to see my arm, I think.
Yeah, you do.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. No, that's not me. Okay.
Hey, you see it.
Fags.
Don't forget your roots, boy.
Yeah.
Hey!
Well, Hero's gonna drop the bomb on you, Tommy. Where you're just like, it may not be the best show, but it gave me a
Oh my
family.
God. I'm gonna take that quote back.
That is like the greatest Hirasashi quote to date. It's like,
Oh my God. I was like working. Oh, that was on a Saturday. I was like deploying an application, and now I was just like tired and all feelsy.
Deploying feels.js.
I'd rather deploy fields than a not working application. Have to stay there until 1 in the goddamn morning. Oh, that's a different story.
Look, man, we solved this problem. Go get the train job and just play video.
That was
Play
fun.
mobile games for the rest of my life. Oh my God, I'd rather actually just end my life.
Okay. Do a couple more questions and then we'll call it a night.
We gotta go watch ponies.
Gumball asks, are any of you looking forward to the Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 and the Avengers project finally getting revealed?
Avengers? You mean Avengers?
Avengers, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Square Enix is doing an Avengers game, which sounds bizarre, but it's happening. It's a real thing.
It's from the same people that made the Tomb Raider reboot games.
Sick!
Ooh.
Yeah,
So that could be
can't wait.
cool.
I hope they have a button that lets you make the Hulk transform. Like you don't start as a Hulk, you like have to push a button.
That'd be
You
cool.
just transform
And
into
Marvel
it.
Ultimate Alliance 3, I'm probably gonna get it. It looks fun.
Yeah,
They got
I mean,
fucking
I played-
Venom's PS1 voice back.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm getting
that's kind of worth buying it just alone.
Yeah.
Surf the web. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh,
then
man.
Does that division of Square Enix just make games that aren't like what you would expect Square Enix to make? Is that just like what they do?
Well, Square Enix is like they're like a publisher
yeah.
first and foremost now. Like a lot of they publish for other studios. Like Square Enix published Life is Strange, and it was like an indie project made by like a small team, but like they threw the Square Enix logo on it, and it's like by the guys who did Final Fantasy, some random dudes from Europe present.
Oh my gosh, Square Enix has so many mobile games. It is a little crazy.
Yeah.
And they charge like $20 for them, which is fucking hilarious.
That's why they're
No, they just
fucking
put
rich.
gacha in them, and you're like, roll for stuff, and you're like, I spent $15 on a gacha game one time, and I was like, that didn't feel good at all because I didn't roll anything. And
Well,
I was like, well, I guess I'll never do that again.
yes. That was a learning
you
experience.
either do one of two things. You do what I did. You do what I did and say, I'll never do that again, or you do the opposite of what I do, which is I'm going to spend more and continue rolling, and then you become a whale.
Yo, look at
Yeah.
All right.
Don't be a whale. It's very unhealthy for your wallet.
All right. I guess
would
we'll end
watch
on
it.
this one. This is from Deli18. What are people that you follow are you most proud of? Or who are people that you follow are you most proud of?
Follow like on the internet.
Yeah, I guess.
Are you proud of me, Paleo, that you helped me grow my channel?
Yes.
Because I always give you credit. Aw, thank you.
I mean, I'm proud of Elon Musk and the changes he's doing with like the rockets landing. I follow him. Does that count?
I'm proud of Scott the Waz. He like blew up in the like past year.
Oh,
Now-
did he?
Yeah. Because like when I first
Yeah.
started following him, he was like around like 20,000 subscribers. He's like over 500,000 now. I was like, holy shit!
Huh.
Like he
Good
grew
for
really
him.
fast.
He's
It's
got
really
like a lot of
cool.
followers too
Yeah.
on Twitter.
High quality followers. Like
Yeah.
it's an entire thing where there was something recent where on Instagram some girl was like, I have 2 million followers, but I couldn't sell like 36 shirts or something.
Yeah.
And we were
Savage.
like, well, because that shit's fake. You have a bunch of fake followers or fair weather fan. Like if someone said Stephen
What's a
McGill-
fair weather fan? I'm sorry, I don't know what that is.
Someone who's like, I'm just here casually, I have no loyalty. Just I want to watch it. Oh, you're in hard times. Don't fucking care. Bye.
Okay.
Versus someone who's like, oh god, Jax needs help. I'll head to Patreon or hit him on Twitter. The ones because like this isn't me having a go at them because we talked about this. Black Griffin
Gabe.
has a bunch of fans that are more of the casual sorts and also younger. They don't really have as much commitment to his stuff. There is a core of fans in there, but not as much as, let's say, Scott the Waz. Because, like, Scott has people who watch his content religiously and support him on Twitter and on Patreon and really love him for him. Same thing with JonTron. Like, those are the good fans.
You got to get
Like,
that
if someone
cult
said-
following going.
Yeah, and that's
You got to indoctrinate the children. Get the 3 digits on the back of their parents' credit cards, and like, set up for life.
But branding helps, and that's why like on Twitch, like with streaming, you can have up to like 100 loyal like subscribers, and that's enough to get you by.
Yeah.
You don't need as
Yeah.
many. Though, like, it's interesting because if someone said, say, would you rather have like 10,000 very loyal followers who support everything you do, or a million like average people who just don't really fucking care? I'd be like, I'll take the 10,000. Absolutely.
Well, you see
Absolutely.
what that 10,000 can do in fucking 300. 10,000 Spartans do a lot.
Yeah, well, it's or Super Robert Baratheon when he's like, "What's the bigger number, 5 or 1?" And it's like he balls his he made a fist or something. It was like, "Oh, shut up, Robert." What's the last question here?
Oh, that's the
Oh,
last
good.
question.
No. I'm sorry. Continue.
I'm proud. I don't follow a lot of people, but I'm proud of Bibsy Pop. She put some animations on like Tumblr back when I used Tumblr, And I was like, I like this person's art. The colors are exactly what I like. So I followed her, and she kept making art that I liked. And now she's making Has-Been Hotel, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I didn't think it was like a cartoon that was like really happening. I thought it was like, oh, little shorts, but I was like, oh no, she is making a real ass 30-minute cartoon, and it's happening.
Pretty crazy. I know.
And the art still looks just as good as it ever did, if not better. And I was like, this person is super sick.
What is her thing being picked up by a network?
Not yet. I actually
Not yet,
tried to talk to her, at Momocon. She's chill. She's a nice person. You can tell that she really has a passion for the art she wants to make, and it's cool seeing like, I don't know. There's like certain levels of like realizing your dreams coming true. Like it's a ladder, and for her, it's like, damn, you're getting up there. Keep it up.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting. I'm on a YouTube channel, and I guess she's friends with D Notive. Okay, sure. Because she's promoting his channel on the side. Remember when people like
What the fuck?
Remember? Oh my gosh, she's promoting 3 pony people: D Notive, Tombstone, and Andromulus. Alex S.
Mhm.
We remember. We remember you.
We remember.
Dude, someone used my pony name on like the newest comment on my game on Newgrounds yesterday. I'm like, how
Oh god! How dare you?
I was talking to Laura Race about this. How it's so funny how like the cycle we've gone into this fandom where 2012 bronies, we can change the world. Wow, on fire. We can do it, guys. We're a fandom. We change the way people perceive, guys and feminism and shit like that. And then it kept going. And then there's a little bit of a popularity trend to it all with like actually within the fandom being like, hey, who's the cool guys? Who's the ones at the cool kids table? and then around like 14, 15, 16 started burning out where it's like, okay, screw this shit. I'm done with the fandom. See ya. And then like now it's getting to the point where it's like,
see this guy again in the brony fandom.
yeah,
Oh yeah, we watched that at the con.
So we're working on the documentary. Playing Planet Side fucking 2. Jesus Christ, dude.
I ironically love that
Name,
video.
though.
I love
love
that video.
the fact that you made a word that became like such a mainstream thing of the community, throwing pandas, and it became like a panda fucking bear. And shit.
Yeah, right. But then I guess where we are right now is a place where I think it's very comfortable. Where it's like we didn't change the world, but we changed. Like there are lives that change. Like people who like had really good experiences and grew and learned and made friends and
Got
Just-
families.
yeah, right. It's just neat, and it's like you look back on it and smile, like, yeah, this fandom was fun, and the show was fun, and just because, like, yeah, there's some cringy moments, and yeah, we had some high level passion back then. Like right now, where we're at is a good feeling, and it's sad to see it come to an end, 'cause the end of an era. But still, for what it's worth, though, it was a fun ride, and like,
Yeah.
we get to take things off the ride and continue forward in life with it, which is really
Yeah.
great.
I mean, we're all better for it, I think. I mean, I back when it started in 2012, I did not expect that 7 years later I'd still be talking with all you guys, but here we are. Like, we're still
Yeah.
good friends.
Well, you're
and-
considered like one of the core like members of our group of friends. Like,
Yeah, you're one of the legacy friends, as Paleo would put it.
Yeah.
yeah, you got
Whenever
three
when
more
anybody
years.
when anybody
You get a
mentioned like the
plaque.
pony stuff at Momocon, we were like, oh yeah, you're a legacy.
Yeah, you're a legacy one.
One of those like, oh wait, you didn't finish the pony timeline.
No, I mean that's it. That's where we are right now.
Yeah.
Like at BronyCon, I think it's kind of come full circle for a lot of people. Where it's like, here we are. Like it's been fun.
Oh god,
Ray's just gonna be like, I never gave up ever. The entire time.
Tom, you're going to BronyCon, right?
Yeah.
Oh
Good.
god, I don't know if we've told you, but it's oh my god, the last day, legit. Like, don't even look at my face. Don't even look at
I
me.
wanna
It's
see-
gonna be
no, you
a
know, that's-
gigantic wreck.
Did,
It's gonna
did
be
you say
pathetic.
go buy a high definition camcorder and shove it in your face? That's what I heard.
Dude.
Oh, it's
Oh,
gonna
you
be
know,
so
Race is gonna
bad.
do it.
Yeah, you know what? This is one of those times where, like, I was mentioning this before, like, on Twitter, like I have this anxiety to see people I've never seen before cry. So like Paleo and Hero and Race, I've never seen before cry in person. I've seen Saber cry like a few times, so it's like he's seen me cry, so we're even. But it's like I don't know, like something about exactly, we're even. Yes. So like, but it's an anxious thing of like I don't know how I'll react to seeing them react, because it's just like Paleo said he's cried, but I've never seen him like or heard him or even given a notion that he's just like, I'm sad. It's just like
it is kind of like that, because like even when like we did the whale shark thing, I wasn't like really like showing that emotion. I mean, I was like really excited on the inside, but
You're
I just
not an emotional guy.
Yeah.
I remember one of the moments where I was like, I kind of realized the person that you were. It was during the documentary. I was pissing you off. You were like, we can't do this project. This fucking sucks. And I'm like, well, how about you just fucking man up, pansy? And you're like, that's it. We're done. And I'm like, no. And I went on like this 10-minute long rant of why we'll persevere and that friendship will come through. And I shit went on like a full-on speech mode at the very end. Like, and that's that. And just a couple of seconds of silence. And Bill's like, okay. And I'm like, that's it!
Was this 2012 Saber Spark saying this?
2013, I think.
Okay.
But like, I'm very tempted to talk to the AV staff because I want to get a crab outfit and play that crab.
Ding.
The Brody Phantom's finally dead.
Brody Con is dead.
Oh my god. Please do.
They're gonna play that Celestia's ballad and
everyone's just fucking crying and like closing ceremonies, and then Saber Spark just comes in.
He's gonna be the worst one.
Like, even if they don't, just bring a
I
giant.
I outlive this fandom.
You know those guys that just carry around the boom boxes at the cons. Just get one of those guys to play it.
Freaking! Oh my gosh! Yeah, as soon as like the last day of BronyCon ends and Saber gets a drink and he's just not gonna stop. You're like, I love you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be hilarious.
It's gonna be sad because like I know Laura's gonna be teary and upset, and Race is gonna cry, and Dusty.
They're gonna play that fucking Celestia song. They're gonna play that You've Come Such a Long Way. Once they start playing this, everyone's just gonna be looking at each other. It's just gonna be like,
oh no.
The hairy friend is just like, oh my god, I can't believe I can't start a channel with you guys. I can't believe we've known each other.
And then I mean, like, yeah, it's gonna be like sad, like to see it come to an end, and like I don't know, people will be crying, and Laura will be upset, and
you're gonna be crying too.
Like
he's dancing around himself.
Yeah, he's dancing around himself.
That's why he's getting the crab suit. No one can see him cry inside.
and then all of a sudden you'll just hear the.
You're gonna be saying that, but then like the music's gonna come on, and he's just sad like.
Yeah, crying in my suit.
Just like the music slowly starts to like slow down and go off key, and like the dancing stops. Saber just collapses to the ground in tears.
Yeah.
Well, but yep. Is that it for this episode, Paleo?
Yeah, that's it. All right.
Go see Godzilla. Get those box office numbers up, you fucking slackers.
Yeah. Also, Avengers.
Yeah, Endgame still needs to be Avatar.
Fucking Endgame is probably ruining Godzilla's run right now.
Well, yeah, because he's only got 75 million to go. That's all I need.
Well, not Endgame, but actually, Aladdin actually had a really good second weekend. So Aladdin's actually.
Fuck Aladdin. Fuck Avatar. Fuck Endgame. Make Godzilla the only movie that ever comes out ever. For all time, yes.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, on that note.
Yeah, that's it for this episode. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Later.
Later, skaters.
Go watch Godzilla.